All right, everybody. Let's see how much stuff we can break here tonight. So, welcome on back to another VATSIM 101 stream. For those of you that are new here, how this usually works is I take you through a flight in VATSIM, break things down nice and slowly as we go through it, and answer any questions that you have along the way. Tonight we are getting into one of the FNOs, or Friday Night Ops, as VATSIM calls them, which are big chaotic events that VATSIM puts on for the community, and then we just fly in the event. Because of how chaotic tonight is expected to get, it's going to be less of me breaking things down and more of me just showing you what VATSIM looks like. But just like any other stream, if you do have any questions, you can feel free, pop them on in the chat, and we will certainly be able to help you out. So tonight's flight, we are going to be starting in Long Island, New York, or on Long Island, New York, I should say. And then we're going to fly down to Baltimore, and then depending on what the time looks like, we might do a second flight out of Baltimore to somewhere else. Just because we have the early stream tomorrow, I want to make sure I'm not going to bed at like 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going to try to keep this one around like maybe 3 hours. But we'll see how it goes. The flight down to Baltimore, it's not going to take very long. I just don't know what Baltimore is going to look like when we get there. So hopefully we don't get any delays. So let's come on over here and we're going to start getting everything. Ooh, look at all those controllers. Woo! That's a lot. All right, so we have the ATIS, information Charlie at 2156 Zulu, winds are 150 at 9, visibility is 8, few clouds at 6,500, scattered at 8,500, broken at 25,000. Temperature is 22, dew point is 12, altimeter is 3010. Visual approach is in use, landing and departing runway 6, instrument approach available upon request, RNAV approach available upon request, and advise you have information Charlie. All right, cool. So runway 6, that's going to be, oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't open up Navigraph. So runway 6 is going to be the longer of the runway. So you have you have runway 6 and 24, then you have 3-3 left and right and 1-5 left and right. So 6 and 24 are going to be the longest ones. I think it's like 7,000 feet. Yeah, 7,006 feet. So yeah, that is obviously going to be ideal. And then let's bring this up here. Yeah, so we're going to go from here all the way out to there. Going to be nice. So let's get a flight plan put together here. And we'll get ourselves going. So it's going to be an easy departure out. The arrival going into Baltimore is sure to be a little complex, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So flight is going to be Southwest 621. Departure is going to be Islip. Arrival is going to be Baltimore. For the departure time, what time is it right now? It is 23:10. So we'll do... Yeah, I'll do 23:45. We'll just leave it. Aircraft is going to be the Boeing 737 MAX 8. I gotta find it. 38M, where is it? There it is, right there. And it's gonna be the iFly, and I made sure I updated it today. Or I shouldn't say updated it, but there's like a rebuild thing you have to do for all the airports every time you do it. I did get the sceneries that I need for both my airports, so all that's good. Yeah, so all of this is looking fine. And then for the selections, not gonna mess with any of those. Those are looking cool for right now. Then our block time is 1 hour and 15 minutes. Departure is 6. Arrival is 10. Altitude, passengers, freight, payload, and 0 fuel weight. We'll leave all those at auto. Route of flight. Upon departure, we're going to fly direct to Beads, then to MJ. Q167 is Zizzy, then to Nuck, then to... What's ATR? ATR is the Waterloo VOR, and then to Laughlin, and then join the MIDI 3 arrival into Baltimore. I have a feeling we're going to be somewhere around like 20,000 feet, or at least we should be. This will tell us, right? No, that's fuel planning. Where is the altitude? Does it not do that anymore? Does it not show us that? Oh, here we go. No, it doesn't tell me anything. All right, well, we'll just generate flight, see what it gives us. And the most customer service flight attendant voice I can get, Captain, can I get you a Long Island iced tea? Oh, my God, could you imagine? 32,000 feet. Really? For a 300-mile flight, I guess that's not terrible. All right, so flight number call sign is going to be Southwest 621. Departure is Islip. Arrival is Baltimore. Alternate's going to be Philly. Aircraft is going to be the 737 MAX 8. Departure date and time is June 13th at 23:45. Then we have our air time is 54 minutes. Block time is 1 hour and 34. Altitude is 32,000 feet with a cost index of 60. Average winds are going to be 284 degrees at 42 knots. So a little bit of a headwind to slow us down, but no, well, actually, maybe not. It's going to be more of like a crosswind, right? Yeah, because we're coming out this way. So yeah, more of like a crosswind, I guess. 11,656 pounds is going to get us to is our block fuel, 4,791 of which is going to get us down to Baltimore. 124 passengers on board with 5,456 pounds of cargo. Zero fuel weight is 128 over 145. Takeoff weight is 139 over 182. And our estimated landing weight is 135 over 152. So all that looks good. What's up, JoJo? Yeah, route of flight once again. We're departing out of Islip right now on runway 6. Cruising speed is 480 knots with a cruising altitude of flight level 320. Upon departure, fly direct to Beads, then to MJ, Q167 to Zizzy, direct to Nuck, then to Waterloo, then to Laughlin, join the Midi 3 arrival into Baltimore. And then for the planned fuel, we're going to have 11,026 is going to be our minimum takeoff, which is 2 hours and 18 minutes worth of fuel. 630 on the taxi fuel, which is 30 minutes. So all that looks good. We'll scroll on down, pre-file this on VATSIM. The Long Island 7 departure. Yeah, it'll be the Long Island 7. It's a radar vector departure. So call sign is Southwest 621. Flight rules are IFR. Aircraft is a 737 MAX 8, which is a medium weight class category plane. Equipment codes and transponder all look good. Departures Islip, arrivals Baltimore. Off block is 2345. Alternates Philly. Altitude is 32,000. En route time is 54 minutes with an airspeed of 480 knots. Endurance is 2 hours 18 minutes. Route of flight looks good. PBN and all this stuff is looking good. Data flight is fine. We're going to add our little VATSIM 101 shameless plug because why not? That's now getting routed up to the air traffic control system. So we'll come on back down to the plane and we'll start getting some things set up here. And of course, like I mentioned before, if you do have any questions about anything going on, feel free, throw them on in the chat, and we can certainly help you. Oh, guess what I forgot to do? Put this friggin' thing in streamer mode. God damn it, Discord, what are you doing to me? How dare you? All right, bah! Hi, Snowcat. I saw your message. I'll take a look at it after stream. I forgot. I just flew this thing like 2 days ago, and I already forgot how to use half of it. We have. It's not in the ground support, right? Performance and payload. Here we go. So airport search. We're gonna go to ISP search. And then runway 6 is going to be our departure. Runway condition is going to be dry. And then for the winds, we said it was 150 at 9. And outside air temperature is 22. And the QNH is 3010. Did I not hit the dot? I guess not. There we go. Thrust rating, we'll just do a regular takeoff rating because it's a 7,000 foot long runway. Takeoff configuration, let's do flaps 5. AC configuration is on. AIs are going to be off, or anti-ice, I should say. So that's fine. What I probably should do is add all my weights and everything, right? Performance and payload. Oh, weight and balance. Then we're going to have passengers is 124, right? It was 124. Yeah, 124. So 50 empty seats on the plane. So we're going to set that. Cargo is going to be 54, 56. So we'll split this. We'll do, let's do 2,000 up front. And then, actually, you know what? Let's do 1,000 up front. And then we'll do 44, 56 in the back. Set payload. It added a 1. Okay. And then fuel is going to be, planned trip fuel is 11,656. Set fuel. Oh, up here. 11,656. Set payload complete. Now let's just make sure that's all in there. So that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, cool. Oh, what? Damn it. Now we'll calculate this. Hey, we're actually getting numbers this time. Takeoff weight is 140,673. Center of gravity is 24.2. V1 is 132. VR is 133. V2 is 145. Yeah, so flaps 5. Trim is 4.6. And yeah, that looks like it's going to be, yeah, cell temp of 40. Okay, cool. So now that we got that, let's come. I think I initialized everything on the FMS. Yeah, I had to because that's how I set the transponder. Yeah. All right, so let's give the tower a call, and let's see if we can get a clearance out of them. So let's come over here. I'm going to turn up the ATC radio a little bit, and let's come down to the radio. And 119.3, I don't even need to look at the charts for it because I've flown out of this airport so many times IRL. 119.3 is going to be tower, and then it's going to be 12005 is departure. Assuming that departure is online. So 119.3. On you bastard. Oh, there is no New York departure. So it's just going to be whoever the center controller is. All right, let's give this guy. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I did not switch my push to talk button. I have to do that. I am a dumbass. No. So let me bring this over here so you guys can see me write this down. Long Island Tower, good evening. Southwest 621, Gate 1. Request an IFR clearance to Baltimore with Charlie.
Southwest 621, Long Island Tower, clear to Baltimore Airport. Long Island 7 departure, radar vectors beads, then as filed. Maintain 3000, expect flight level 320, 1 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 125.7, squawk 2253.
God, I love hearing my home accent. All right, we're cleared to Baltimore via the Long Island 7 departure. Radar vectors beads and is filed. Maintain 3000, expect 320, 10 minutes after. Departure is 125.7, squawk 2253, Southwest 621.
Southwest 621, reback correct, advise, correction. Yeah, advise ready to taxi, push and start is at your discretion. Information, Delta is current.
I push and start my discretion. We'll call ready to taxi. We'll pick up Delta, Southwest 621. Thank you.
No problem.
All right. God. I miss hearing that accent on a daily basis. I really do. All right, let's get the music started here. Oh, it just reset the song. Okay, cool. All right, so we're cleared to Baltimore via the Long Island 7 departure. Radar vectors beads and is filed. Maintain 3, expect 320, 10 after. Departure 125.7, and our squawk code is 2253. All right, so let's come over here. I'm going to put this in a radio 2 so I don't forget. 125.7. I'm going to set my transponder code because I always forget and you guys never remind me. And then I take off. It's like, hey, dumbass, where's your transponder code? And it's like, dirt. All right, so we have that. We'll pick up information Delta here in a minute. Let's come down here and we're going to get this flight plan logged into our FMS. And then we are going to take a look at the Long Island 7 departure.
Long Island Tower, November 6th, November Charlie, in a Cessna 172, flying way far. We are at Smithtown Bay.
Radio turned down here.
Long Island Airport.
So, God damn it. Where's my route? There it is. So, radar vectors beads. That's Bravo Echo Alpha Delta Sierra. Then MJ. I know this route pretty. Actually, no, that's like, it's funny. Like, you would think that they would just make this a departure route because of how often they give this specific route. Like, I know where Beads is and I know where MJ is because I've flown to those countless times IRL. Then Zizzy. So Z-I-Z-Z-I. Zizzy. Then Nuck. Every day I would hear. Well, because the airport I worked at didn't actually have like a sit. It'd be like, oh, upon departure, fly runway heading, radar vectors to beads, Victor 130. Well, it was Victor 139 to Sardi was what I usually heard. Yeah, Nuck, and then it's gonna be Waterloo, and then Laughlin or Laughlin. Put that in there, and then I'll put the arrival. That's going to be the MIDI 3 through the Laughlin transition, so we'll get the first part of that loaded up. Let me get this loaded into Navigraph. I did get the ACAR started. So ACARS is set. Nuck, my caveman nickname. Nice. All right, so let me get this in. We're going to take a look at the Long Island 7 departure. All right, let's take a look at this. All right, so we have KISP, Long Island MacArthur Airport, which is in New York. That's the Long Island 7 departure for all runways. Departure is not going to be 12005. It's going to be on, what was it, 125.7? Yeah. Airport elevation is 99 feet. Transition altitude is 18,000. Pretty straightforward departure. Upon departure, we're going to fly runway heading up to 3,000 feet. And then we are going to expect radar vectors out to our first fix, which is out here at Beads. And then from Beads, we are going to fly to MJ. I don't think that's actually on this chart, but MJ, I believe, is somewhere out, like, over here. But yeah, pretty straightforward. Top altitude is 3,000 feet, which was given to us by air traffic control, so we'll make sure we do not go past 3,000 feet. So yeah, a pretty straightforward departure for us to fly. And then just for my own humor, where is MJ? Yeah, MJ's down over here. So pretty straightforward. But I'll leave this departure up here in case anybody does have any questions. You can feel free to pop them on in the chat. And of course, runway heading coming off of runway 6 is going to be 59 degrees. So I'm going to set 059 into my heading indicator. And then in the altitude window, not vertical speed, I will do 3,000.
Charlie is midfield left downwind, runway 06.
Somebody is doing some pattern work. I will get the APU fired up. You're approaching me instead of running away. You're coming. What? Oh, so some reference I don't get. Where's my APU? There it is. So I have to turn the aft fuel tank on.
And November 0 Lima Charlie.
Shit.
Traffic departs prior to your arrival.
So used to the Airbus, I forgot where the APU and the Boeing is. All right, so we have that. And then we can come down. We can start doing our performance data.
And November 0 Lima Charlie, actually disregard that.
So, yeah, so the zero fuel weight's a little bit higher than what SimBrief is planning for, but it's fine. 11.7 is going to be our planned fuel. And then our reserves is going to be 2.9. Cost index we said is 60. I'm just going to verify, make sure that that is correct. Yes, cost index is 60. Cruising altitude is flight level 320. Our cruising winds are going to be, we'll just use our top of climb winds. So that's going to be 291 at 67. And then ISA deviation is going to be plus 11. Throw that in there, and then we'll just see. So it should be minus 37 degrees, which this says minus 39. So I'll just use minus 39. And then insufficient fuel. Okay, so I'm getting that alert again. Okay, so there's 11,500 that is sensed. Says 11.6 right here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bump this up to... I'm just going to bump it up to 12,000. Fuel... And now we'll recalculate this. So the weight obviously changed, but the V speeds are the same. So let's come back over here and we will get this. Yeah, so now that 11.7 is still our planned fuel. So we should not have any more issues. Cell temp is going to be 40 degrees. Regular takeoff, no D-rate. Flaps are going to be 5 degrees with a center of gravity of 24.2. The plane auto trims. 4.67 is the trim. We're just going to verify to make sure that that is correct. Runway winds, I'm going to rerun the ATIS here real quick. So it is information delta. Winds are now 140 at 8. And our runway slope, I don't know if this actually tells me the runway slope.
Delta 12, runway 6,
it does not.
Runway 12, runway 6.
That sounds like it's Sancho. It's practically a 0 degree slope, so I'm just going to put 0. Oh, well, I'll just leave it blank. V1 is 132, VR is 133, V2 is 145. Now let's just check the trim. It's like at 5. That's good enough for me. We're still getting an insufficient fuel alert. You can kindly screw yourself. We don't have insufficient fuel. Stop being a dick.
Long Island Tower, sorry, I think I missed the taxiway. Take the next one.
All right, so we have the APU gens on, and now we're going to throw the APU bleed on. We'll leave the air conditioning packs off for right now. GPU is going to come off, and we're going to disconnect it. So we are cleared to push at our discretion.
Yes, best friend.
So let's page down. So we'll get the pins out.
Bravo, Whiskey to ramp. Number 6 Charlie, thank you, good day.
And we'll get the cones out. Set. Done. And let's come back over here. We're going to get the tug hooked up. There she goes. I believe that's everything. I don't think I'm missing anything. Yeah. So we are good. We'll get the anti-collision light on. We're going to get the music turned off. Who's ready? Oh, we can get the flight directors turned on. And the master is on the left side. That's what we want. Auto throttle is going to stay off. Yeah, I really wish that would go away. It's kind of annoying. But whatever. It is what it is. Take a look around. Make sure no one else is coming. We are parked right up next to the building here. That's amazing. We are going to turn the parking brake off. And now we're going to get ourselves moving.
Ladies and gentlemen, if we could have your attention for just a moment, we'd like to point out the safety features of our Boeing 737
So we'll wait till we're clear of the vehicle access road, and then we'll start the engines.
The information card is in the seat back or literature pocket in front of you. To fasten your seatbelt, slide the flat end into the buckle. Pull the loose strap to tighten. To release, lift up on the buckle. Position your seatbelt tight and low across your hips and wear it any time you are seated. There are 8 emergency exits, 2 forward exit doors, 4 overwing
so we'll
window
come back
exits,
in here,
and 2 exit doors
and
in
we'll
the back.
start up engine number
Signs
2.
overhead and lights on the floor lead to exits. If
So
an
15%
evacuation
will
is
hit the
necessary,
fuel
follow
cutoff
flight
switch.
attendant commands and leave everything. This aircraft is equipped with life rafts.
Okay.
2 life rafts are located in the forward ceiling compartment and 2 life rafts are located in the ceiling compartments at mid-cabin. In the event of a water evacuation, use the life vest under your seat. Remove the vest only if told to do so. Pull the red strap to open the container and remove the pouch. Remove the vest from the pouch as shown on the safety information card. Place the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist, buckle it in the front, and pull to tighten. Once outside, pull down on the red tab to inflate the vest.
So not on the line, but we'll take it.
The tube at your shoulder. Your vest has a light that turns on automatically in the water. Please refer to the safety information card for use of a life vest on an infant. Flight attendants will distribute additional vests if needed.
Let's get the parking
We are
brake
coming by
on.
to check that your seatbelt is fastened, your seat back and tray table are in a full
Damn it.
upright and locked position,
There
and
we
your
go.
carry-on items are completely under the seat in front of you or in an overhead bin, leaving the area from your feet clear. Smoking is not allowed on board, including the lavatories. The use and charging
And it
of
looks like
electronic
engine 2
cigarettes
is good, so let's
prohibited.
fire up engine
Federal
1.
law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying any smoke detector in an aircraft lavatory. It is also prohibited to consume alcohol that you have brought with you on this flight. Federal aviation regulations require passenger compliance with the lighted passenger information
We'll get the tug
sign,
pulled away.
posted placards, and crew member instructions, including information on seatbelts and smoking. If needed, 4 oxygen masks will drop from
Right,
the
Knox.
compartment overhead.
Especially these
To
engines.
activate the flow of oxygen, hold down on the mask until the plastic tubing is fully extended. Place the mask over your nose and mouth and breathe normally. Secure the mask with the elastic strap. Although oxygen will be flowing, the plastic bag may not inflate. Continue wearing the mask until otherwise notified by a crew member. If you are traveling with children or anyone needing special assistance, put on your mask first. Please remove any face coverings before donning an oxygen mask. We are here for your comfort and safety. Please report any unwelcome behavior to a flight attendant. Thank you for your attention. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy your 1 hour and 15 minutes flight to Baltimore. Welcome aboard.
Awesome. Twitch Gabby, thank you for that follow. I guess the sound alerts are still broken. I guess I'm gonna have to figure that out this weekend. Oh, the altimeter setting didn't ever get set. So 3-0, still 1-0, right? Yeah. No, I forgot something. Yeah, I guess the sound alerts are still broken. That's annoying. All right, so yeah, the engines are fine. And we'll do generators on. We'll throw the the packs on. Are those on or off? They are set. Oh, they're set to auto. Well, these are off, so those have to be. And I'm just gonna turn those on. Yeah, yaw damper's gonna come on. Those are gonna come on. We can turn the APU off. Oh, you're the tower guy. Oh boy. Well, appreciate your help this evening. We're gonna be giving you a call here in just a second. Let's do a flight control check. So ailerons are good. Elevator's good. Rudders and speed brakes are good. Flaps coming to 5 degrees. And then we'll do, what was it? It was 140, so 155 on the speed window. So used to the Airbus, I'm not used to. I gotta start flying this thing more. And then brake's gonna get set to RTO. All right, let's give this tower controller a call and get ourselves going. Yeah, we are pretty much yeah, we are good to go. Not missing anything. So yeah, let's get the radio turned back up, give them a call, and then we'll be out. Long on the tower, Southwest 621 with Delta, ready to taxi.
Southwest 621, runway 6, taxi via Sierra Alpha.
Sierra Alpha. Runway 06 via Sierra Alpha, Southwest 621. All right, so that's easy enough. So we're going to go out this way here. And then down here to Alpha. Right next to runway 6. Beautiful. The taxiway I know I am all too familiar with. All right, so parking brake's going to come off. Taxi light is going to come on. And we'll get ourselves moving here. And while I'm doing that, I am going to start turning on some of these lights. So that way, as it starts getting dark, we don't end up in a dark cockpit. So panel lights coming on, and then we'll turn that floodlight on just a little bit. And away we go. I think that's the fastest we've ever pushed back from a gate. What, 34 minutes in? Bah. I wonder why the sound alerts aren't working. Let me see if I can figure this out. I may just have to like redo the actual like browser source or something. Yeah, I'll figure that out this weekend. It's just annoying that everything had to break yesterday. Lame. Sorry for leaving. No, you're fine, Sasha. Don't apologize. Bah. That's the old tower, I think. Oh, no, that's the new one. It's not the right colors, but that's the new one. I think that old tower is still standing at Islip. I don't think they ever took it down. We're at Boston Center. Oh, boy. And then right over here is going to be Mid-Island. I'm not sure if they've modeled it or not with this scenery. But Mid-Island Air Service is going to be right. Assuming that it's still... Assuming that it is still Mid-Island. I don't know. Because there's been so many FBOs changing hands lately. But that's the Mid-Island FBO right there. Alright, so we'll get the burners turned on. Turn off lights can come on. We'll get the strobe lights on. Wing light can come on. The last thing to do is the landing lights. Still no New York departure. It's still going to be on New York Center 125.7.
Southwest 621, wind 1408, runway 6, clear for takeoff.
Runway 6, clear for takeoff, Southwest 621.
Approaching 06.
Alright, who's ready? 32005. Yeah, it's our final two. And we'll do this from a dig. So let's get the traffic rings on, terrain radar on.
On runway 06.
Oh. Went a little too far. Alright. So we'll go power 40%. Then we'll go toga. Then arm the auto throttle. Up. So it's auto throttle, then toga. Alright, takeoff thrust set. Release the brakes. Airspeed's alive. Rotate. B2. Alright, positive rate. Oh, a little windy.
Southwest 621, contact New York departure. Have a great flight. We'll see you.
Order departure, Southwest 621. So long.
Gain at 3,000, then reduce speed to 210.
I think this
Down
is
to
center,
3,000,
right?
reduce speed to 210, JetBlue 704.
Yeah, this is center. Center, Southwest 621, 2,500, climbing 3,000. Alright, I'm gonna set the autopilot
Southwest
here.
621, New York departure, radar contact. Proceed direct to Beads, climb and maintain 8,000.
Direct beads up to 8,000, Southwest 621. Alright, so let's start a left turn direct to beads. Fennec left you behind. Well, you weren't fast enough. So the lights can stay on. Yeah, all this stuff can stay on for right now. There's nothing. Yeah, because all the lights are on the wings. None of them are on the wheels. At least I don't think. I don't think on this plane they are. They might be. But I'm pretty sure on the Max 8 they're all on the wings. Alright, so let's bring this out a little bit
Southwest
here.
621, contact Boston Center now, 134.7. Good day.
134.7, Southwest 621. 7. That was New York departure. Which is weird because it doesn't show that it's as a departure controller. But whatever. 134.7.
Walker,
Oh, it's JFK departure. That's why I didn't catch it. It was JFK. Okay, so he's the JFK sector.
13217, we'll 3775.
Why is this not climbing?
Delta 2378, heavy 9000 for 140. Delta 2378, Boston Center, climb and maintain level 220.
Boston Center, Southwest 621, 3,200, climbing 8,000, direct beads.
Southwest 621, Boston Center, climb and maintain 15,000. The Long Island altimeter 3010.
Okay, climb, maintain 15,000, Southwest 621. 3010 is what we already have set in the altimeter, so that's good. Come on, go 15,000. There we go. And she is climbing with authority.
Aircraft climb off the center, say again?
Spirit Wings 190 requesting 6 minutes out of cockpit if possible.
Spirit Wings 190 approved. Let me know when you're back.
Thank you. We'll let you know when I'm back. Spirit Wings 190.
Lufthansa 1 Hotel Tango, contact New York Center 125.32.
Oh boy.
Lufthansa. Have a good flight.
12532, Lufthansa 1 Hotel Tango.
Jesus.
Center Southwest 277, check it in 10,000.
Southwest
like that's kinda high.
2077, Boston Center, climb and
Oh, it's coming
maintain
back a little
level
bit.
200.
Yeah.
200 now.
People be crazy.
Southwest 621, I got to work into a line of company traffic inbound of Baltimore, flighting 100, and you can expect to eventually get direct to Topper.
All right, that'll be a 100 on the heading, and we'll expect vectors out to Topper, Southwest 621.
Thank you very much.
Already expecting delays. All right, so let's get the lights turned off here. We're passing through 10,000. So I have to use a scroll wheel for this. And then we'll do burners off, wing lights off.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Beautiful.
use of all portable electronic devices is now permitted in airplane mode with cellular functions turned off. In a few moments, we will be coming through to take
Looks
your
like we've
drink
got
orders.
just above the clouds
We will
here.
be serving complimentary soft drinks, juice, and coffee. Beer, wine, and liquor are available. For
A line of
purchase or with a
traffic
valid drink
going into
coupon.
Baltimore. That's exciting.
There is a beverage menu in your seat back pocket, or you
Oh,
may
there's
go
a
to the
okay. So there's a
Southwest
Southwest
beverage
jet
menu
coming
on
from
the
Providence.
Entertainment portal,
Yeah, two of them coming
southwestwi.com,
from
where
Providence.
these options are
So it looks like
displayed.
that's what he's gonna
Please be mindful of the
slot us
flight
behind.
attendants serving you in the aisle and remain seated while the fasten seatbelt
125.45. Have a great
signs
flight.
are on. We have lavatories in the front and back of the
Over
aircraft. The sign on the
125.45
ceiling
until
indicates
12:12.
whether the lavatory is occupied. Please do not form a line at the
We would have
forward
got off when
lavatory.
Sancho did. We wouldn't have gotten
Your safety
delayed.
will always be our #1 priority, so please don't
But there's that
hesitate to
company
let us
traffic
know
right
if you
there.
have other needs we can take care of.
Beautiful.
American 3240, contact Washington Center 125.45. Have a great flight.
2545, American 3240 will be off.
Southwest 621, climb and maintain flight level 210.
I maintain flight level 210, Southwest 621.
Boston, United 5221 with you, 175.
There we go. Well, it's not going to stop at 15. Cool. It's going to keep going right through 21.
United 5221.
Let's bring the rings out a little bit further. I don't think we're going to be able to see that traffic that's out there. We can get the terrain radar turned off.
Maintain 230, 52.
We'll get the music turned back on too.
Southwest 621, turn right heading 180.
Right heading 180, Southwest 621. What's up, James? How you doing, man?
Number 50 Bravo, the Portsmouth altimeter 3012.
All right, so we're at 18,000. So we'll go standard altimeter setting.
Swiss 40 Kilo, contact Cleveland Center, 135.72, 3572.
3572, good night.
Southwest 7, Southwest 621.
Oh, I think the chat overlay's not working either. Oh, no, there it is. Never mind. It's just the sound alerts that aren't working. What's up, Nabs? How you doing?
Southwest 621, turn right heading 240, when able, proceed direct hopper.
Right heading 240 and direct hopper, Southwest 621.
Southwest 621, climb and maintain flight level 300.
I maintain flight level 300, Southwest 621. Doing great. That's good. I'm doing good. We just took off out of New York. We're heading on down to Baltimore now.
2159,
A little bit of a delay, but nothing too crazy. So let's go direct to Topper, and we'll throw this back into LMAF.
190 back in cockpit.
Spirit Wings 190, thank you, and that's all for you right now, actually, thanks.
And then pretty soon we should be...
Kilo, contact New York Center on 125.32. 125.32, have a good one.
You check the thing? Yeah, I already took care of it. What's up, T?
Southwest 1877, climb and maintain flight level 320.
Yeah, once we get closer to Baltimore, we'll get the ATIS, and then we'll
your step down, was that for Southwest 2077?
then we'll figure out what approach we're going to be doing. I'm anticipating probably runway 10 for landing,
climb and maintain flight level 350.
but we'll see.
Was that for United 5271?
Well, we're in range of Baltimore ground. Okay, so now we can do Baltimore ATIS. So we have ATIS information Papa at 2254 Zulu. Winds are 070 at 9 knots. Visibility is 6 with some haze. Fuel clouds at 5,000, broken at 12,000, overcast at 25,000. Temperature is 27, dew point is 20, altimeter is 3001. Arrival aircraft, expect ILS or visual approach runway 10 and runway 15 left. Departing run 15 right and 15 left. NOTAMs VFR aircraft say direction of flight and aircraft type. Simultaneous approaches are being conducted to parallel runways. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions, and advise you have information pop up. So I may have been mistaken. We may not be landing 10. We may be landing 15 left or 15 right. I believe this is usually their departure runway, and then this is their arrival runway. But let's see if we can take a look at the MIDI 3. Maybe it'll give us some insight here. So yeah, we have Baltimore Marshall International Airport, and this is the MIDI 3 RNAV arrival. So just looking at this here, we're going to transition from Laughlin, and then we'll pretty much get out to MIDI, and then from there, depending on what runway we're landing, is going to determine what we do from there. But I don't know which runway we're going to be doing. I have a feeling it's going to be 15 right, but we'll see. Does it say what runway to set up for? No, it does not. So we'll just have to wait and see. But for right now, at least, from Laughlin, we're going to fly out to Chops. At Chops, we need to be at 11,000 feet at 250 knots. Then we fly to Billet, then to Truth at 10,000, and then out to MIDI.
621, climb and maintain level 320.
Level 320, Southwest 621. And then at MIDI, at 250 knots, at or above 7,000 feet. And then depending on what runway we're landing on determines where we go from there. So we'll know more about that once we get a little bit closer. Anticipating 15 right, but we may get runway 10. Just depends on what they want to do with us. So we'll figure it out.
Kiever at 360, prime air 4211.
You're good. That's good. No bad. How was Friday? It was good.
56, 57.
It was a little less chaotic than I thought it was going to be.
There you go.
Do you want
I had to
that
cover
reading you have all
for
the way
2 different
down to
people
Quinn,
today, and they
or
both had a
do you
lot of
want
outstanding
to
stuff,
do
but it
something
was
more
not
direct
nearly
that
as
can probably
complicated to
just
figure
get
out
you
as I
to
thought it was
field
going
from
to
where
be.
you are if you want
So I ended up getting done with work a little bit early. So that's always good when you can get done with work early on a Friday, which like never happens. So yeah, I would say overall it was a good Friday. For a Friday the 13th, I would say that it was pretty good. How was yours?
20 minutes or so. We'll continue with the route as filed. Need to reassess the landing performance.
Sunday 56.
I thought today was the 2 flight day. Yeah, no, that's tomorrow.
I'll leave you on the route. Just let me know if you need anything
So for those of you that were not here last night when we were talking about it, tomorrow we're doing 2 different streams tomorrow. So we're doing one in the morning and we're doing one in the afternoon. So we're doing the VATSIM Elite Wings event tomorrow. That stream is going to start at 12:30 Zulu, and then we're also going to be taking part in Cross the Ditch, and that stream's going to start at 2100 Zulu.
340.
Yeah, it's 2 streams because there's going to be like a 4.5 hour break in between the 2, so I'm not going to like sit around and do like nothing for 4.5 hours. So we'll just like, could I do other flights in between? Yeah, but that would be like a really long day that I did not plan for. So there'll be a break in between.
Southwest 1050, contact Washington Center on 125.45. Have a great flight. 2545.
So depending on what time are we going to be landing in Baltimore?
Steer wings 190.
This does not tell us yet because because we're not at our top of climb yet.
190, thank you.
But we'll probably be landing in the next like 45 minutes. So if we do it, because I was thinking like, oh, we wouldn't have time for a second flight, but if we do like a really short flight, like if we fly down to like Charlotte or like Nashville or something, then we could definitely do another flight. Just hopefully we don't get delayed coming out of Baltimore. Let's see what flights we got coming out of here. So timetable from Baltimore.
Contact them on 125.45. Have a good flight.
All right, 125.
Baltimore.
American 2049.
And then we'll do flight time. We'll just do the shortest one. So we have Richmond, Norfolk, Pittsburgh, Buffalo, Raleigh, Albany. Why Charlotte's not here? Columbus.
2378 cross.
Yeah, so we can probably do a second like short flight, something under an hour or just around an hour.
The JFK altimeter is 30.
Mine was quite good. Got my headset replaced and finished planning on taking Mom out for Father's. There you go.
Is Charlie, is that correct?
It is.
So just give us the advisor again.
All right, so this is still not giving me
direct to Calverton and cross it at 1-2000
an estimated time of arrival, but it's telling me my top of descent in like what, 10 minutes?
I'd make sure that was 12,000, 1-2000 to 250 knots.
Yeah, 1-2000 250.
Yeah, so that's gonna be
Thank you.
at 09. Yeah, it's like 10 miles.
Contact, climb and maintain 10,000. 10,000, Blue 5501. Delta 613 cross Hancock at a maintain level 280.
Cross Hancock at a maintain level 280, Delta 613.
Let's get I guess we'll get the landing rate prediction opened because we're probably going to be landing in the next,
Air France 5.
You know, let me do this. I'm just going to load in the arrivals, so the MIDI 3, and then it'll be the ILS, let's say 15 right.
Autopilot issues, Air France 525.
Okay, let me know if you require any
we'll just do this for right now. Now it should give me a 045. Okay, yeah, so like another hour. So we still have some time.
November 9 and November Foxtrot with you climbing through flight level 2004, flight level 230.
Crosses it. Don't say that, James. Jesus Christ, let's not.
Maintain flight level 310.
Last night was a little rough. We had some issues last night, but that could probably be blamed on, you know, everything that was going on yesterday.
November 50 Bravo.
Wednesday I didn't have a single issue on Wednesday. Tuesday I had one really small hiccup at the very beginning of the stream, but that was it.
Thanks much. Blue Streak 5501, clear direct Nelly, climb and maintain.
So we've gone from having non-stop stability issues and bandwidth dips to like, on like the worst day, it's like maybe 3 quick bandwidth dips, and then the occasional like ping spike. So,
621, contact Washington Center, 125.45. Have a good one.
12545 Southwest 621. Washington Center, Southwest 621, flight level 320.
Southwest 621, Washington Center, roger.
All right, Roger. What's going on, Dustin? How you doing, man? Knocks on wood, yeah. But yeah, most of the streams that I've been having, they've been pretty stable. There's maybe like one or two ping spikes, which is going to happen.
And maintain 11,000.
And then...
250 knots, the Baltimore altimeter
What?
3001.
All right, well,
Is it picking that up? It's not giving me a...
250 knots. Delta 1212.
American 82, turn left, heading 030.
I don't know what the hell that was coming from.
American 82.
Because there wasn't any red. It must have been reading that.
American on the forward, check it in.
Fairwinds 2563, contact Washington Center 126.87.
Spectrum upgraded my internet speed up to 900. Yeah, I upgraded mine to 1,000. Which it says 1,000, but I never get 1,000, or like 1 gig, I should say. I usually, on like a speed test that I'll do, I'll get like maybe like between 800 and 900 down, and then like I'm supposed to get 40 upload, which most of the time I get that. But it'll be anywhere between 30 and 40. Which, when all this stuff was going on, my speed, my download speeds were like, you know, between 5 and 6, and my uploads were between like 10 and 15. So when they came out and the last time and did like their fixes, you know, it definitely, whatever like the majority of the issue was, definitely got fixed.
Washington Center, Southwest 150.
So maybe it really was the line that was running through my house the entire time, and just nobody.
Southwest 3158.
They said it's 1,000. Yeah, they say it's up to 1,000. That's what it is. It's like that's what they say you can get up to, but you usually won't get that full thing. And it also depends on like the router that you have.
Via the Proud to arrival, Billy altimeter 3006.
United 1035 cleared to descend via the Proud to arrival.
I'm just waiting for fiber or high split, whatever comes first.
No problem, direct Bessie for American 82.
Southwest 1050 to set and maintain flight level 180.
Down to 180, Southwest 1050.
American 904, did you check on?
We did, American on the 4.
Thank you.
They upgraded services, but also increased my... Yeah, see, mine, it didn't cost anything extra for them to bump me from, what's it called? It didn't cost me anything extra to bump from, I think I was paying 500 or 600 up to a gig. But originally I was paying for like 400, and then they bumped it up. Yeah, they bumped it up to 6 because that was just like the lowest plan that they had. And then when I called them a couple of months ago to ask them like when the high split was coming or like the fiber, they told me they don't know, but they're like, hey, we see that we can get you the same plan that you have, like for the same price, but a gig instead of 600 meg. I was like, let's do it.
American 904, cross Hogs, set and maintain flight level 180.
180 at Hogs, American on the 4.
Center boxer lugs through 8,500 feet.
So I do want to show
Northeast 427, contact
something here.
New York approach.
Without, I don't want to dox myself when I do it, so I'm going to do it like
approach
this.
20.8, Northeast 427.
So, and this has actually been updated. So this is like the fiber map, like all the fiber providers that are around me. About a month ago, this was all red. So this is where I'm at. I'm in here. So no fiber. This was red a month ago. So it looks like it's slowly making, it's like this wasn't green. That's new. That wasn't green. So it looks like, see, like this fiber all around me, but it's not It's not at me yet. But this is a good sign. This went from red to orange. So orange is like 25% has fiber, which is a good sign. Bring it over to me. We are nearly there, so close. Yeah. I show up at your door 10 seconds later. That's fine. I have ways to deal with the unwanted. Complain too much, you'll be the last one to get... No, that's the opposite. That's the opposite. See, the thing is that, like, you know, you guys know that I don't really go through, like, what I do for a living. What I can tell you is I work on an escalation team. So I know what has to be said, and I know what can get done. So it's the opposite. The more you complain, the more likely you are to get what you want. Take it from somebody that works on an escalation team. If you escalate it to me, my goal is to get you as far off of my desk as possible. Well, how do I do that? I give you what you want, or I give you as much of what you want as I can.
Southwest 2077.
And if I get somebody that calls and calls and calls and calls and calls, that just, it's like, okay, I'm gonna get you handled right away, so that way I don't have to, the faster I can deal with you, the faster I never have to deal with you again.
Southwest 621 to set and maintain flight level 180.
Set and maintain flight level 180, Southwest 621.
American 82, descend via the ground to arrival, Philadelphia, altimeter 3006.
So yeah. The thing about when you escalate things, you have to know the buzzwords. You have to know what's going to get you to somebody like me. And the first thing that you say is that whatever issue that you're having, you want it escalated. You don't ask for a supervisor. You don't ask for a manager. You ask for an escalation.
American 3240, maintain 270 knots. American 904, contact New York Center 125.32.
2532, American 904.
So yeah, that's your life hack. Anytime you're having an issue with a company and the person, the representative that you're dealing with,
American 2349 to set and maintain
is either not giving you what you want or they're giving you the runaround, ask for an escalation. Because if you ask for a supervisor, you're asking for that person's direct supervisor. Probably not going to get you.
621 in the transition, maintain 280 knots or greater.
280 or greater in the transition, Southwest 621. So their direct supervisor probably not going to be able to do a whole lot for you. The escalation team has a lot more authority. I have authority in my company that a lot of managers don't. And I'm not a manager.
United 1035, contact New York approach 120.8.
New York approach 120.8, United 1035.
American 2349, turn 20 degrees left, short vector for traffic.
20 degrees left, American.
All right, so landing rate prediction. Let's get this open. So we're going to let this run for 30 minutes.
New York approach, United 1035.
So for those of you that are new, the prediction is going to be done through the purple banner up at the top of the chat. So that's how we do the predictions. You can bet your nuggies on what you think the prediction or what the landing rate's going to be. And then if you win, you get all the nuggies.
And American 3240 vector for sequence turn 30 degrees.
So let's do this. What's the what's my transition speed? VNAV. Target speed. Shit. I don't know what the transition speed was supposed to be.
1212, contact Potomac approach 128.7.
Rip. All right. Well, we're gonna set this in a VNAV at some point anyway. Once we catch up to our. Am I a shock? I am not a shock caller.
American 2349 to set and maintain flight level 300.
300.
I work on an escalation team for a relatively large company.
Washington Center, American 2755 with you flight level, or with you 17,000.
If you use level change, the engines will go back to flight idle. You'll save fuel. Well, I'm not really worried about that. I'm not at my top of descent yet, so I don't want to descend too fast, too early. So I'm just keeping it at what I have here until I get to my my VNAV profile. Do a barrel roll. There was somebody at the World Flight that did a barrel roll in a 747. That was pretty funny.
Southwest 621, cleared direct Waterloo, Alpha Tango Romeo.
Direct Waterloo, Southwest 621. All right, so go there. A little bit of a shortcut.
American 2349, cleared Waterloo, Alpha Tango Romeo.
Clear direct Alpha Tango Romeo, American 2349.
Washington Center, American 1060 at flight level 350. American 1060, Washington Center, roger. American 82, contact New York approach 120.8.
120.8, American 82, thanks for the ATC.
All right.
American 2349, to set a maintain flight level 180 in the transition, maintain 280.
What is my deviation from?
Down to 180 into transition and maintain.
This doesn't really tell me anything, does it?
American 3240, thanks for your help. Cleared direct.
It doesn't tell me how far off the VNAV I am. Plane sucks. I guess maybe it will once I get to my top of descent. But in the PMDG, like the regular 7.3, it tells me like how what my altitude is off from my profile, but it is what it is. We'll eventually catch it. All right, so let's get the igniters turned on.
Southwest 1672 to set a maintain flight level 180.
Level 180, Southwest 1672.
Center Delta 2300, pass 21.
Yes, we still don't know what runway we're landing on just yet, so we
Delta
can't really brief the approach.
Maintain flight level 360.
Thought I just crashed the sim for a second.
2300.
What time is your block time tomorrow? So it's the block time, I believe it's at 13:30 Zulu.
290, Southwest 1050.
Southwest 1050, roger. Cross chop, add and maintain 1000 at 250 knots, Baltimore altimeter 3001.
I'm surprised I'm not getting my...
Southwest 1050.
Southwest 621, maintain 280 knots.
280 knots, Southwest 621.
American 3240, contact Potomac approach 128.
The landing rate prediction's up.
128.
My time, the stream starts at 8:30, so that's a 9:30 a.m. departure.
28.7 for American 2755. Sorry.
Where's the...
It's American 3240, Potomac approach 128.7, 28.7.
Sorry for the confusion. 28.7, American 3240.
Is the VNAV profile, like, screwed up here?
579er heavy. 155.
Oh, no, there it is.
For 17 top.
Seabird 579, Washington Center, climb and maintain.
Oh, why is it climbing? Don't climb. Don't climb. What are you doing?
Climb, maintain, flight level 230.
Oh, because I think it's trying to catch the profile. All right, well, that was annoying to watch.
Foster 1, descend via the Proud to arrival, Philly altimeter 3006.
Descend Brad T06, actually.
Southwest 3158, contact New York Center 125.32.
25.32, Southwest 3158, good day, good night.
Good night, Southwest 2877 to set a maintain, flight level 180.
180, Southwest 2877.
All right, profile's starting to come back.
Southwest 621, cross chop, set and maintain 1000 at 250 knots, Baltimore altimeter 3001.
Cross chops at 1000 at 250 knots, Southwest 621.
American 2349, cross billet, set and maintain 1000, Baltimore altimeter 3001.
Come on, 300. 1 up here.
What was that time? Waypoint, sorry.
Billet, Bravo, India, Lima, India, Tango.
Course bill is at 1000, and we have 298 down in front.
So 11,000 at 250 is what the restriction is anyway, so that's going to be fine. And then we'll stay at 11,000 until we are told to deviate from that. So again, from Laughlin, we're going to fly out to Chops at 250 knots at 11,000 feet, then out to Billet, and then out to Truth. Truth at 10,000, not 11,000. So Truth at 10,000, and then Midi still at 250 knots at or above 7,000. Not sure what runway we're going to be landing yet, but the approach controller is going to tell us right now. I'm anticipating on runway 15 right, but it could be 10, so we'll be prepared either way.
I know it's not ideal. Can we step away for a couple of minutes, maybe an early handoff? Sorry about
No.
Boxer 1, that's fine. Just let me know when you're back. Okay, we'll go there.
Speed's coming out. I was going to say I never took the brake out of RTO, but I guess I did. Alright, speed brake back in. Ah! How dare you? Man, it does not want to maintain 280, huh? It doesn't let me. Yeah, it won't let me change the transition speed. All right, I'll just leave the speed brake out then. Until we get to Chops anyway. Although once we get to our decel, that'll be fine too.
Descending through flight level 343 for 340.
Reset the altimeter.
59 Washington Center, roger.
Bah! So I believe Stu and Slant are working the scopes in Baltimore tonight. Let's see if I can find him. So it does not look like Slant is, unless he's on a different sector. Oh, he is. He is working. It says he's controlling Baltimore, MTN, and ESN.
November 4th, Delta Mike, Washington Center, Atlantic City, altimeter 3008.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to be talking to him or not. But potentially we will be. Oh, Stu's working Indy Center. Okay.
Roger.
Stu's over at Indy. What's up, Ferry? Alright. Speed brake coming back in. We're going to get the range rings in. Let's just do a
Southwest 1050, contact Potomac approach 128.
We'll just do landing performance data for
Potomac 28.7, Southwest 1050.
right now 15 right.
Southwest 621, reduce speed now to 250.
Speed 250, Southwest 621.
Departure Delta 6130.
Southwest 1672, if you're not already, you can go direct to last one.
Break out.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we make our
B
final descent
W
into
I.
Baltimore, please stow laptop computers and similarly sized electronic
And then
devices.
we'll do runway. We'll
All
just do
portable
15 right for right now.
Continue
Condition
to
is
use
dry.
airplane mode, but must be
Southwest
secured for the
1672,
Winds are
remainder of
070 at
Please
9.
ensure all carry-on items are completely under the seat
Outside
in
air
front of you
temperature
or in the overhead bin,
is
leaving the area around you
27.
clear. Please raise your seat back and tray table to the
The
full
altimeter
upright and lock
is
position and fasten your seatbelt.
3001.
We will come by one last time to pick up cups, cans,
Flap configuration, we'll do flaps 40. Air conditioners will be on, anti-ice will be off. Brakes will do auto brake 2.
American 2755, descend to
VRF ed will do 5. Calculate. Cool.
Send via the prompt to arrival.
That looks good.
3006 for American 2755.
So what I'll do is in radio 2, I will get the tower frequency set and the ground frequency. So tower is 119.4.
Southwest 1050, contact Potomac approach 128.7.
And we're at the decel point, so we'll get that turned off. Speed brake is back in. I'm going to turn the music off too, so I don't get distracted here, because the music is a little distracting for me. And then ground
1672, say airspeed.
is, what is ground? 21.9.
Roger. American 1060, descend via the Proud 2 arrival, Philly altimeter 3006.
Proud to arrival.
Oh, thanks, Ferry. What I'll do is I'll go into level change mode. And then, let's see, yeah, so VRF 40 plus 5, so 145 knots on the approach speed. Really, I think that's, I don't think I need to add the VRF plus 5. Maybe it does that for me automatically. Because if I go to this,
thank you. Contact
yeah, I think
120.8. Have a good night.
I think with the with the VRF plus 5, yeah, so I can just hit that 0 and then it'll be what it's supposed to be. So let me do that. So VRF add is 0. We're gonna recalculate that. Yeah, so that's matching what the FMS has. So no, we're not gonna put any VRF numbers in there. Yeah, so landing distance is 7586, which if we're landing on runway 15 right, it's a 9,500 foot long runway, so that's good. That means if we switch over to runway 10, we'll be fine as well.
Center Delta 6138.
Delta 6138.
Yep, we had a combination. Making sure you can hear us.
Delta 6138, Washington Center, hello.
I'm not going to turn off my laptop. Shut up, lady. I'm finishing my series. Yeah, right. So we'll get the auto brake set now, so I don't forget.
Southwest 1672 to set a correction cross chops out and maintain 1000 Baltimore altimeter.
They hang out in VR. So yeah, I'm on, like, if I'm on VR, I'm usually on blue, so just join off me whenever I'm on there. I'm usually just dicking around in like a NASCAR world or something.
Southwest 621, contact Potomac approach 128.7.
128.7, Southwest 621. Potomac approach, Southwest 621, 1000, speed 250. All right, frequency, right? Yeah. Oh, there's like a bug with V. Oh, what the fuck is going on? Oh, no. There we go. It was like screwed up. It was saying 128.699 on VPilot. I'm like, wait, what? Potomac approach, Southwest 621, 1000, speed 250.
Southwest 621, Potomac approach, hello. Mission Quebec is current. The Baltimore altimeter 3001. Expect the LF 10 approach and descend via the MIDI 3.
Send via the MIDI 3, expect the 10. We'll pick up Quebec, Southwest 621. Alright, so we're going to do MIDI.
And Southwest 1050, maintain 250 knots at 5. 250.
Let me do... yeah, we'll just do, I guess, the full approach transition.
Ethiopian 501 heavy, contact Washington Center, 133.55, 3355, yeah.
13355,
Shit.
Southwest 2798.
Oh, wait, no, I need that disco in there.
9.7, 19.7.
We can descend via, so let me do that.
So, yeah, Ethiopian 501, you feel the frequency?
Just want to start the descent. So level change. We're going to take a look at all this stuff in a minute, so we can go down to
1050, contact Potomac approach,
4,000.
97, that was 1050 for you.
Atomic approach, American 2349
Come on.
is at 116
Fucking honeycomb, there we
1000,
go.
and we have Julian.
So landing lights are going to come back on,
American 2349 to
and the wing lights coming back on. All right, so we are headed out to Mitty, so at 250 knots at or above 7,000. Then we're going to fly out to Captain. At Captain, we're going to stay at 5,000. Then to Navy, still at 5,000 at 230 knots. Then we're going to fly to Anchor, slow down to 210 knots at 4,000. Then out to Laurel, then to Hun, and then out to Hutto at 4,000, and expect radar vectors for the ILS runway 10 approach.
Yep, that's going to be...
And then right up here, we have the ILS localizer runway 10 for Baltimore. Frequencies are already set into the radio, so we're good there. Localizer frequency is 109.7, and our inbound course is 105 degrees. Final approach fix is at Jeans, which we have to cross at 1,500 feet. ILS decision altitude is 343 feet. If we get to 343 feet, we don't see the runway environment, or if for whatever reason we don't think we can safely land the plane, we'll fly the missed approach, which is a climb to 2,500 feet outbound on the Baltimore VOR radio 105 to the Hertz fix and hold. So we're going to get radar vectors probably somewhere around column. From there, we're going to catch the localizer, fly it inbound towards our runway. And then while we're inbound on the localizer, 2,300 at FEs, 1,500 at Jeans, catch the glide slope, ride it on down to our decision altitude. Going to be looking for about 743.
Contact with Denmark approach, 119.7, I'll see you.
119.7, Southwest 621. Damn it. This is where it's going to start getting.
Turn right heading 120.
I am. Stomach approach Southwest 621, 8,300, descending the Midi 3.
Southwest 621.
Hey, it's fine.
Good evening.
So it's going to be 743 feet per minute on the descent. Going to take us about 1 minute and 45 for us to get to the final approach fix to the missed approach point.
Descend and maintain 2,300, turn right heading 020.
We are going to be looking for an ALSAF 2 approach lighting system with a PAPI on the right-hand side. And then our ILS decision altitude, once again, is 343 feet.
Turn left heading 190, descend and maintain 3,000.
So I'll leave this up on the screen for another minute or so. If you do have any questions about it, feel free. Throw them on in the chat. I'd be more than happy to answer any of those for you. I am going to go back into vertical speed mode, though, because we are a little high and I want to get us down.
Frontier Flight 1516, turn right heading 280.
280, Frontier Flight 1516.
Walker 3775, contact Baltimore Tower 119.4.
Once I get the decision altitude set on the thing here, I'll bring us back over to the plane.
Delta 410, turn right heading 070, intercept runway 10 localizer.
070, intercept localizer 10, Delta 410.
All right. So all that's set, and now it's going to be 10, so let's just change this to 10. And VREF add 0. Can't calculate this. Why can't I calculate this?
410, you are 6 miles from FEs. Maintain 2,300 till established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 10 approach.
It's not going to let me do this now?
Maintain
Oh, condition dry. That's why.
Cleared ILS 10 approach.
So still 140. Yeah, so we're still looking good. And that is, yeah, I have runway 10 set in there. Ooh, look how pretty. How you making out, Sancho? Did you land yet? Let's see if we can find him.
Atomic approach, Southwest 954 is descending via the Raven 8. We have information, Quebec.
Southwest 954, Potomac approach, hello.
It looks like Sancho landed.
Turn left heading 130.
I see a lot of red on the weather map in the Southwest virtual website. Does the weather radar work on this thing? Oh, it looks like it does. Ooh, I'm going too fast.
Contact Baltimore Tower, 119.4.
Over to tower, 19.4, Delta 410, thanks, good night.
I love when I tell this thing to descend at a speed,
Southwest 2798,
proceeds to not descend at that speed.
3,000 till established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 10 approach. Maintain 3,000 till established on localizer, clear ILS 10 approach. Southwest 2798. Correction, Frontier Flight 1516, turn left heading 180.
We can bring this back down to 230.
180, vector to final, Frontier Flight 1516.
Frontier Flight 1516, descend and maintain 2,300.
2,300, 1516. Dynamic approach, Air India 8454,
All right.
6,000.
Air India 8454.
Yeah, I don't know if the weather radar on this is working. Either that or we're just underneath all the weather.
By Raven 8, information Quebec.
Spirit Wings 2448, Potomac approach.
It may not work. Yeah, no terrain that we really have to worry about.
2798, did I give you the approach clearance?
Yes, you did, 2798.
Contact Baltimore Tower 119.4.
Tower 194, thanks for your help, yep.
All right. So it's still, tower is 119.4, ground is 1219.
Flight 1516, can we bring it down to approach speeds?
Frontier Flight 1516, yeah, speed pilot's discretion.
Discretion 1516.
Frontier Flight 1516, actually stand by.
They're pretty red clouds.
Air India 8454, fly heading, turn right heading
Open your
280,
shade.
vector for sequence.
Right, 280, vectors for sequence, Air India 8454.
Frontier Flight 1516, turn left heading 130, intercept runway 10 localizer.
130, join the log, Frontier Flight 1516.
You landed your Pier Delta
Southwest
Yankee.
1050, turn right heading
We are going to
360
gate,
north, and descend and maintain 2,300.
Bravo 12.
2300, Southwest 1050.
Bravo 12 is my destination.
Southwest 1672, second in 6,000.
And that is going to be,
Southwest 1672, Potomac approach left.
yeah, it's Pier Bravo.
Southwest 1050, continue the right turnaround heading 0.
Actually, I might go to like
Correction, yeah,
Bravo 11
070,
or Bravo
intercept
9 just because it's
localizer.
going to be in this
070,
alleyway right here,
070.
so I don't have to push back onto an active taxiway. Although I guess it really doesn't matter.
1516, you're 5 miles from FEs, maintain 2,300 till established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 10 approach.
Alright, 2300,
Alright,
go
bring our
established,
speed
cleared
back to
ILS,
210.
Or correction, 10 approach, Spirit 1516.
Southwest 1050, slow to final approach speed.
Full final approach speed, Southwest 1050.
Southwest 1050, 4 miles from column, maintain 2,300 till established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 10 approach.
Slant's just wrapping him off today.
Southwest cleared ILS 10, Southwest 1050.
Air India 8454, descend and maintain 3,000.
So what we'll do here real quick is
3000 left 190, vectors for final.
I'll get a shout out for Slant in the chat. Oh, what happened? Did I spell it wrong? Slant Alpha Adventures.
With you.
There we go. So if you want to see the ATC side of things, that is somebody that you can check out right there. That's the controller that we're talking to. So he is actually now the head of the VATSIM training department. Or he's like the vice chair or something of the... I forget exactly what his title is. But like he's in charge of the training division in VATSIM. So if you want another great resource to learn from, Slant Alpha is certainly somebody worth checking out.
Southwest 621, turn right heading 020, descend and maintain 2,300, vector to final.
020 down to 3,000, down to 2,000, Southwest 621.
23.
23, Southwest 621.
Yeah, Southwest 621, actually disregard that. Fly heading 300 and 3,000. 300, 3,000 now.
300, 3,000, Southwest 621. Level change.
Frontier Flight 1516, contact Baltimore Tower 119.4.
5280.
Over to tower, good day.
Southwest 1050, contact Baltimore Tower 119.4.
Over tower, Southwest 1050.
Then Frontier Flight 1516, the last aircraft before that stepped on us. It's going to be 197, right?
194 for tower.
194, good day.
Air India 8454, turn left
what I
heading
should do.
130, intercept runway 10 localizer.
Where's the...
Left 130 to intercept the localizer, Air India 8454.
Does this have the same radio thing?
Southwest 621, turn right heading 020.
Right heading 020, Southwest 621.
And approach, good evening, Spirit Wing 2664, 5,280.
Spirit Wings 2664, Potomac Low.
Hello.
Oh my god. Alright.
Air India 8454, 5 miles from Column, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 10 approach.
Maintain 3000 and establish and localize the cleared ILS 10 approach, Air India 8454.
Okay.
Southwest 621, continue the right turn, heading 070, intercept runway 10 localizer.
070 to intercept the 10 localizer, Southwest 621.
If you go through it, you can continue the turnaround 130 to re-intercept.
Affirm, Southwest 621. I just remembered I did not set this. 1. Come on.
Air India 8454, contact Baltimore Tower 119.4.
119.4, Air India 8454.
Alright, so let's go
Atomic approach,
Warlock mode.
2634, passing
And we'll go 105 on the course selector. Yeah, it's gonna go
7,400,
through it.
descend the vertical with an 8 arrival.
Frontier Flight 2624, Potomac approach, hello.
Hello.
Southwest 621, 5 miles from Column, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 10 approach.
3000 till established, cleared ILS 10, Southwest 621.
Southwest 621, contact Baltimore Tower 119.4.
19.4, Southwest 621, so long slant. Alright, flaps 1.
See you cross.
Alright, so radio 2.
Spirit Wings 20.
Alright.
Baltimore Tower, Air India 8454 on final for 10.
Air India 8454.
God, I hate the honeycomb Bravo near any big fucking airport.
Clear to land number 3 following a Southwest 737 on a 3-mile final.
Clear to land number 3, Air India 8454.
Tower Southwest 621, ILS 10.
Southwest 621, Baltimore Tower, good evening, wind 070 at 9, runway 10, clear to land number 4, flying a, something, what are you? Flying a 320 Neo and a 7-mile final.
Alright, clear to land runway 10, number 3, and we got the traffic in sight, Southwest 621. I don't think he said clear to land. I told him clear to land. I don't think he said clear to land. Alright, glide slope is alive. Oh god, it got dark quick, huh? Alright, so we'll activate the approach mode. Oh yeah, it got dark quick. Holy hell.
Southwest 1050, go around, climb maintain 3000, runway heading.
Going around 3000, runway heading, Southwest 1050.
Oh boy.
And, Flight 1516, we're actually left. Sorry, was that because of us? No, that was not your fault. That was the approach control. I'll yell at him. 1516, next left on the Delta, contact ground point 9. Left on Delta, ground point 9, get it.
Alright, 3 miles from the final approach fix. Let's get the gear down. We're going to start bringing our speed back. This is going to come to 140 knots.
Southwest 1050, if you can't stop your climb at 2000.
Then we'll go
and,
flaps 15.
Turn, heading 200.
2200, Southwest 1050.
And we'll go flaps full.
And Southwest 1050,
All the
contact
lights are on.
Baltimore approach on 119.7.
197, Southwest 1050.
Well, that's really bright.
Tower, Southwest 954, established to ILS, remain 10.
Where are the... There they are.
Sharp at us, coordinating Southwest 954, I believe you called in, yes?
Hi, firm. We are established on 10.
Southwest 954, Baltimore Tower, wind 070 at 9, runway 10, clear to land number 3, flying company 73 on a 4-mile final.
Okay, clear to land,
Alright,
runway
got the
10,
approach lights.
number 3, Southwest 954.
I have the threshold lights in sight, and I got the center line lights in sight.
Southwest 621, one departure prior to your arrival on crossing runway.
Affirm 621.
Southwest 352, wind 070 at 9, RNAV 1, runway 15 right clear for takeoff, traffic on a 2.5-mile final for crossing runway.
RNAV 1, clear for takeoff, 15 right, Southwest 352.
Area into 8454, contact ground point 9.
Ground point 9, Air India 8454.
Approaching 10.
Southwest 954, you got a gate.
Yeah, we're heading for Bravo 9.
Okay.
Approaching minimums. 400.
Baltimore Tower, Spear Wing
We're gonna be high for this
2448
one.
out to intercept the Alice and approach 15 out.
Minimum.
Landing.
Spear Wing 2448, Baltimore Tower, wind 070 at 9, runway 10, clear to land number 3, following a Southwest 73 on a 7-mile final.
2010, clear to land number 2, get the traffic, Spear Wing 24.
Southwest 352, thanks for the hustle, contact, Jeffrey departure 287, see ya.
Shit.
287 for departure, 352, see ya.
Speed brakes deployed. Auto brakes deployed. What, my reverse is deployed, speed brakes deployed is what I meant to say. I'm an idiot.
Southwest 621, welcome to Baltimore, what gate you have tonight?
Bravo 1-2, Southwest 621.
Southwest 621, left onto Delta, contact ground
On
point 9,
behalf
good
of
night.
this flight crew and Southwest
Alright, left on Delta,
Airlines,
ground point
welcome
9, or
to
Southwest
Baltimore.
621. Thanks for all your
Please
help.
remain seated with your seatbelts fastened, seat back and tray
All
table
right.
in their full upright and locked position, and all carry-on items completely under the seat in front of
I
you.
hate the friggin'
When the
scroll
captain
wheel.
turns off the fasten seatbelt
All right,
sign,
let me
please
stop
be
right
careful when
here.
opening the overhead bin.
Speed brakes up,
Items
flaps
may
up.
have shifted during
Ground
flight
Southwest
and could
621
fall
on
out.
Delta, gate Bravo
You may now
1-2.
use the cellular function of your
Southwest
small
621
portable
Baltimore ground,
electronic
taxi to
devices,
parking via
but
Papa
please
Tango.
remain seated and leave
Papa
your
Tango to
carry-on
parking,
sewn.
Southwest 621.
Please be advised the aircraft doors
Alright, that's
will
gonna be
open
pretty much
during
straight
ground
ahead.
servicing. For your safety, please ensure that you and any children you are supervising remain clear of the front and back doors. If you are connecting here to another Southwest flight, please check the monitors
So yeah,
in the
Bravo
terminal
12
for your
is gonna
flight
be
and
the
number.
gate that's like right on
We
the end
certainly
right there.
have enjoyed sharing part of our day with you. We know you have a choice when you fly.
All
and we
right.
Thank you for choosing Southwest Airlines.
So yeah, made it here in about an hour and a half. So yeah, I think we have time for one more short flight. I think we can make it
Baltimore
work.
ground, Southwest 1422, information Quebec. We're ready to try to taxi this time.
Matt,
Southwest 1422,
we'll
welcome
get
back.
the
Runway 15
APU
right,
started.
taxi via Hotel Papa.
15 right via Hotel Papa, Southwest 1422.
Gonna be ending? No, we're gonna try and do one more flight here. We do like a quick flight to like Charlotte or like Nashville or something. Something that's under an hour, I think we'll be okay. Damn it, I forgot I can't look left and right in this stupid thing. Alright, so these gates are set up like shit. Alright, I'll park right there. Yeah, we'll just come right here. Oh, I see how this gate is set up. So they're like on a slant. Yeah, this is Bravo 12 right here. Alright. Yeah, it's kind of like whip it like this.
American 1923.
Beautiful. Alright, so taxi light's gonna come off. We're gonna get the parking brake on.
American 1923, Baltimore ground.
And
runway 15 right,
the
taxi via
generators to
Tango
the
Papa.
APU are good. APU bleed's gonna come on. We're gonna get the dome light turned. That was not the dome light. This is the dome light.
Tango,
Then we'll come up to the top here. Whoops, is that the wrong one? Yes, it was. So then we'll do ISO valve. Nope, I want the ISO valve open. Stop doing this. There we go. All right, so both engines are stable. We're gonna come down here, and we're gonna turn both of them off. Oh, this can come off. And then below 40% on the N2s, we're going to kill the beacon light. And, oh, right.
The Southwest 1422,
and
everything all
then
good
anti-collision light coming off. And then the seatbelt signs are going to come off.
For some reason, it threw me into the fuel tanks, but I think we're still alive.
Alright, good. Are you on X-Plane or Microsoft Flight Simulator?
Flight Simulator.
So let's get that turned down here. All right.
For some reason, I decided to put a skateboard right in front of the taxiway there.
So let's get the landing rate prediction done here, and then we'll take a quick break when we open up the poll. All right, everybody. Are you guys ready? In 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Minus 208. So that makes up for last night. What did we have last night again? It was like 400, right? Or something. It was, I know it was greater than 300. So let's see who won. Is JoJo rigging landing rate predictions again? Between 201 and 250, we have one winner. Who do we got here? So that is going to be Dustin with 4,300 nuggies. So congratulations to you, Dustin. Enjoy the nuggies and the abusive power that comes with it. So let's take a look at some of these airports that we can go to. So we'll look for flight times that are like at or under an hour. So we have Richmond, we have Norfolk, we have Pittsburgh. And then we have Rochester, we have Buffalo, so we can go back up towards New York. We have Columbus. We have Raleigh. Yeah, let's just open up a poll. And some of these airports we have not gone to before, so let's do this. What airport do... let's do. Where do we fly next? So we'll do Richmond, which is RIC. We'll do Raleigh, which is RDU. We'll do Buffalo, BUF, Rochester, which is ROC, and then the last one, let's do... let's see. Shit. Where'd it go? Yeah, Pittsburgh. All right, so Pittsburgh. That's PIT. So we'll do that. We'll let this run for 2 minutes. To Greenville. That's not it's not an option for Southwest. Not from here. Not that I can see. Fly to Honolulu on the 777. Jesus. So we'll let this run for the next 2 minutes. We'll see what wins, and then we'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back, and then we'll fly there. So vote is open. You got about 2 minutes. So vote on where we go next, and in the event of a tie, I will be the tiebreaker. And we'll just probably flip a coin for it or something. So the poll is up. Let's see. Yeah, so the FMS is already redone here, so let me get Baltimore in here. So KBWI.
American 1923 contact, Baltimore Tower, 109.4.
I'll also unload this on Navigraph. And we'll get Volanta started here. Beautiful. So it looks like Pittsburgh's in the lead right now. Remember, every vote counts. Everybody get your votes in. Vote on the next airport. You got about 30 seconds. Yeah.
Infantry flight 3787, contact Baltimore Tower, 19.4. 19.4 from your flight 3787.
Uh-oh, let me turn the TCAS off here. All right, and the winner is Pittsburgh with 4 votes. All right, beautiful. Yeah, no tie. You guys actually were able to make a decision this time. All right, so let's get that set up in Volanta. And it rigged. What was the I don't think I can actually see. Oh, there we go. So Buffalo had 3, Raleigh had 1, and Pittsburgh had 4. Okay. Hey, listen, man. This is a straight up democracy. We do not have any other system of governance here. Straight democracy. If you do not like democracy, face the wall because you're probably a bug. All right. So let's take a quick maybe 2-minute break. I'm just going to refill my water bottle and use the restroom. So if you guys want to do the same, if you want to get something to eat, something to drink, you know, or you just want to get up and stretch your legs, now is going to be the time to do it. When we come back, we'll get this flight set up to fly out to Pittsburgh to round out the 4th of July pre-party FNO. So I'm going to turn off the avatar. I'll keep the music turned on for you guys so that way you have something to listen to while I'm gone. And we will be right back.
And Southwest 6960, ready to go?
Ready to go, Southwest 1696.
Southwest 1696, runway 15 right, taxi via Tango Papa.
Tango Papa for Southwest 1696.
Baltimore ground, Delta 6283 is ready, taxi. Delta 6283, Baltimore ground. See, runway 15 right, taxi via Bravo Tango. Bravo Tango 15 right, Delta 6283. Air Canada 731, runway 15 right, taxi via Bravo Tango.
Bravo Tango 16 right, for Canada 7031, 15 right, Air Canada 7031.
3 wings 2448, expect a 2-minute delay, got 2 southwest there.
No problem, we'll hold short, 0 wings 2450.
Wings 2448 behind the behind the second southwest 73, taxi to park via Tango.
Behind the second southwest 73, taxi park via 2448.
Guam Frontier Falcon 634, clear to runway 10, we're going to Pier Delta Fix. Frontier Flight 2634, on the ground runway.
Okay. We are back. All right, so let's get this new flight plan started here. So we're gonna bring ourselves back over to SimBrief, and we'll get going. So we are going, okay, so we're Southwest 621. We are going from BWI to Pittsburgh. Alternate, we'll leave it at auto. Departure time, what time is it now? It is 21, no, I'm sorry, it's 0:52, right? Yeah, so let's just do 0130. And then aircraft is going to be the 737 MAX 8 again. So it's going to be B38M. Where the hell are you? There it is. So we have the max 8, and the airframe is going to be this. This is all looking fine. Everything else looks good. It's going to be about the same block time, an hour and 15 minutes. I'll probably add a little bit of extra taxi fuel, so 45 minutes of taxi fuel, just in case. Departure runway is 15 right. Arrival is 28 left. Altitude, passengers, freight, payload, 0 fuel weight, going to be set to auto. This down here is going to be our route of flight. So we're going to fly the Lindsay to departure through the McRae transition, Q178 to Lejoy, and then we're going to join the Demi 5 arrival into Pittsburgh. So we'll generate this flight, and whatever our fuel is, we'll probably just even bump it up to the next 1,000, like what we did with the fuel coming out. So we're at 11,000. We'll probably bump it up to 12,000 again. I'll be lurking around. Have a good flight. All right, Sancho, it was good to see you in the skies, and hey, you made it through an FNO. Look at you. And that was a pretty fast-paced FNO for you. So you did a really good job. Nice work tonight. So we have flight number and call sign is going to be Southwest 621. Departure is Baltimore. Arrival is Pittsburgh. Alternate is going to be Cleveland. Departure date and time is going to be June 14th at 0130 Zulu. Airtime is 38 minutes. This is going to be a nice quick one. Block time is an hour and 33. And it's only an hour and 33 because I added 45 minutes of taxi fuel. Cruising altitude is, or initial altitude is 26,000 feet. Cost index is 60. Average winds are 267 to 27. We're going to have 11,443 pounds on board the plane. We're going to bump that up to 12,000 though. En route burn is going to be 3657. That's going to get us out to Pittsburgh. 127 people on board the plane with 5,588 pounds of cargo. 0 fuel weight is 129 over 145. Takeoff weight is 140 over 182. And our landing weight is 136 over 152. So all the weights look good. Route of flight is going to be 15 right out of Baltimore with a cruising speed of 459 and a cruising altitude of flight level 260. We're going to fly the Lindsay 2 departure through the McRae transition, Q178 to Lejoy, or Lejoy, I have no idea. Then join the Demi 5 arrival into Pittsburgh. Right now planning on runway 28 left. And then we have the briefing preview. Min takeoff is going to be 10:498, which is 2 hours and 9 minutes. Add our taxi fuel of 9:45, which is 45 minutes of taxi fuel. That gives us our block of 11,443. And of course, our reserve is 2947. So we're going to get this filed on the VATSIM network. And all of this is looking good so far. And again, if anybody has any questions about anything that's going on, you can feel free to pop them in the chat. Usually we do VATSIM 101, which is, where we slow things down and go through everything step by step. Tonight with the FNOs, it's a little bit more chaotic, a little less time for me to break things down as they're happening. But any questions you got, throw them in the chat. We're here to help you. So all this is looking good. So we're going to do our little shameless plug. File this flight plan. That's getting routed up. And we'll bring this back over to the plane here. We'll add this flight plan into Volanta. I will also get this added into Navigraph. And then we'll start getting some things with the plane set up here. I'll get my A-car started. So we'll get the seatbelt signs. Oh, I cannot wait to get out of Baltimore. My frame rate is nothing right now. That beep, beep, beep you just heard was the frickin', what do you call it? The clearance coming through. So that's good. But let's get this all set up first. So we're going to go menu, and then we're going to go, I think it's, nope, I lied. Performance and payload, or that's landing. Go takeoff. Do I have to, hang on a minute, initialize flight maybe? What the fuck is going on? Performance and payload. There we go. So now that's resetting everything. Let me do this. Pittsburgh. What? Oh. KPIT. And then Southwest 621 is our call sign. Activate. Boom. So we'll get this in here. So KBWI. And then search all. That's going to be this right here. I'm going to watch Crossing the Big Screen in VR. Oh, you can actually... What, you just like pull me up on like Popcorn Palace or something? I didn't know. Well, I guess, yeah, because you just pull out, you just throw the link in there. Huh. I never thought of doing something like that. 15 right, condition is going to be dry. For the winds, we're going to take a look at the ATIS here in a second, but I'm just going to pull it up real quick. So it's still information Quebec, so that's going to be 070 at, what is that, 2? No, 9. 070 at 9. Outside air temperature is 25. The altimeter is 3001. What I didn't do is I didn't put in the payload or anything yet. Let me do that. So we're going to do performance and payload. Yeah. Oh, weight and balance. So we're going to, it's 124 passengers again, right? 127. 127. Cargo is going to be, we'll do 1,500 up front. And then we'll do, that'll be 4,088 in the back. And then fuel is going to be, we'll bump this up to 12,000 pounds. Whoops, not 120,000. Set that, set this, complete. And then we'll go to, that's, no, I want takeoff. Shit. Performance and payload. I was just on the freaking. Oh, what did I do? System page. Sim menu. I had it. Performance and payload. This is landing. I don't want landing. I want takeoff. Oh, takeoff. Here we go. Thrust rating. This is a 10,500 foot runway. So we can probably do a takeoff D rate of 1. Flap configuration 5. ACs are going to be on. AIs are going to be off. Calculate. So a cell temp of 41 degrees. V1 is going to be 135. VR is 136. V2 is 145. And our D rate's going to be 82%. Trim is going to be 5.26. Okay, so let's come over here. We'll take a look at the ATIS. So we have the Baltimore ATIS information Quebec at 2354 Zulu. Actually, let me run this one more time. It's at the very top of the hour. Okay, so now we're at information Romeo. So the winds did shift a little bit. ATIS information Romeo at 054 Zulu. Winds are 200 at 6. Visibility is 6 with some haze. Scatter clouds at 2,000. Broken at 3,100 with a cumulonimbus cloud reported. Broken at 4,700. Broken again at 13,000. Temperature is 24. Dew point's 21. Altimeter is 3003. Arriving aircraft expect ILS or visual runway 10, runway 15 left. Departing 15 right and 15 left. NOTAMs, VFR aircraft stay direction of flight and aircraft type. Simultaneous approaches are being conducted to parallel runways. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. And advise you have information Romeo. So let me do my updated winds here. So now it is 200 at 7. Or 6, not 7. And the temperature is 24 degrees. The altimeter is now 3003. Not going to affect our performance a whole lot, but we do want to make sure that we account for this. So I think V1 went up a little bit. So it's 135 is V1, 136 is VR. V2 is still the same at 145. The takeoff is still going to be the same. The cell temp is now 42 instead of 41. Taking a look at our ACARs, we have our call sign Southwest 621. Equipment's the 737 MAX 8/Lima. Departure is Baltimore. Destination is Pittsburgh. Route of flight upon departure out of Baltimore, it's going to be the Lindsay 2 departure through the McRae transition. Q178 to Lejoy, then the Demi 5 arrival into Pittsburgh. Altitude is 260. Squawk code is 3535. Remarks cleared the Lindsay 2 departure, McRae transition. Climb via the CITIX, expect 260 10 minutes after departure. Frequency is 128.7. And contact air traffic control for push. So pretty straightforward. We're cleared as filed. And we'll take a look at what this SID is telling us to do here in just a minute. Why didn't it actually populate it on here? So it's the Lindsay 2. Let's get that in there. So we're pretty much just going to taxi right out here to 15 right. So let's come over here and we'll get the FMS set up. All 6 of my frames are very happy to be here right now. So it's going to be the Lindsay 2 through the McRae transition. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I want the route. I want the route. I want the route. All right, so we're going to come over here. Lindsay 2 to McRae. Then it's Q178. To Lejoy. Damn it. Ah! Stop it. L-E-J-O-Y. I cannot. So we have that, and then it's going to be the Demi 5 arrival. So I won't set this up for a runway just yet. I'll get the first part of the departure, not the departure, the arrival in there. We'll come over here. We'll start getting this planned. So 0 fuel weight is 129.5. According to sim brief here, it's 129.8. That's because we had, well, no, 0 fuel weight doesn't account for fuel. Never mind. 11,900 cents. We only need 11.4 to get to our destination. Damn it. 11.4. We have a little bit of extra on board. Reserve fuel is 29.47, so we'll do 2.9. Cost index, I believe, is still 60. Yeah, cost index is usually 60 on this plane. Cruising altitude is flight level 260. And then our cruising winds, we'll bring this over here. Cruising winds are going to be, we'll use the top of climb. So at 260, it's going to be 276 at 33. And then the temperature is going to be minus 24. And transition altitude is 18,000. Insufficient fuel. Cell temp is going to be 42 degrees with a takeoff D rate of 1. And if we come to our takeoff numbers here, we're going to do flaps 5. Center of gravity is going to be 23.8 with a trim of 5.26. Come on over to the next page. Runway winds are 200 at 6. And the runway slope, I do not remember if... I feel like this should give us the runway slope, right? I don't think it does. It does not. Which is kind of annoying. But if we just take a look at the chart here, we have 139 on this side. It's 130 on that side. That's practically a slope of 0, kind of. Let me see if I can do an actual calculation. So I believe it's rise over run times 100 or something. Or over 1,000. It's over 1,000. So we have... let me just run this. So it's a 9-foot slope, or it's a 9-foot change in elevation. God damn it. What is it? Whatever. I'm just going to put 0. It's not really going to be that big of a deal. And then V1 is 134, VR is 135, V2 is 144. That means we're going to put 154 up here in the airspeed window. And then our altitude, it just said climb via the SID, so there's probably going to be a top altitude that's in there. So let's take a look at the Lindsay 2 departure coming out of Baltimore. So right here we have Baltimore Washington International Airport, which is in Baltimore, Maryland. And this is going to be the Lindsay 2 RNAV departure for all runways. So just taking a look at the initial climb insets right here. This is going to be for 15 right over here. So 15 right faces out in this direction. So it's going to be a climb on a heading of 155 degrees until we get to 644 feet. Then we're going to go direct to Warren. After we cross Warren, we're going to make a U-turn, come out to, what is that, Bobby J. Max speed of 230 knots at or above 4,000 feet. Then we're going to fly to Flacco at or below 9,000. And then we continue on past Flacco. That'll take us out to Addy. From Addy, we fly to Terps at or above 11,000. Then to Lindsay at or above 14,000. And then McRae is our transition way out over here. So we fly to Buffer. And then finally out to McRae. Just to make sure we didn't read that incorrectly, for 15 right, we're going to climb on heading 155 to 644, and then direct to Warren. Then a right turn direct to Bobby J at or above 4,000, then at or below, and at or below 230 knots. Then on track 290 degrees to cross Flacco at or below 9,000. then track 281 to Addy, then on track 292 to cross Terps at or above 11,000, and our top altitude is 16,000 feet. For 15 right, we do have some takeoff minimums. So minimum climb gradient of 780 feet per nautical mile to 644 feet. So we're going to be flying pretty much at 150 knots, maybe a little bit faster, call it, 200. Our climb rate is going to be somewhere around like 3,000 feet per minute on the initial climb, so we'll be able to comply with this pretty easily, especially that it's only up to 644 feet. This is not going to be a problem for us at all. So I will leave that up on the screen for another minute or so, just in case you do have any questions. You can feel free to throw them on in the chat. And I know I'm kind of just like breezing through everything, but again, because of how crazy and chaotic these events get, it's less time of me explaining things and more of me just showing you what VATSIM looks like. But any questions that you got are certainly encouraged, so don't be shy. Any questions you got, pop them on in. I believe we have everything here. And yeah, so that's all good. Yeah. I think we're pretty much good to go. I'll get the tug hooked up here. We'll just kind of give this another minute or so. I'll get the flight directors turned on. Bring this back over here. So we do need to call for pushback clearance, so let me get my radio set up. So we need to first call, I think it's ground, right? Yeah, contact ATC for push. I think it's going to be delivery. No, it'll be ground. So 1219. So then we're going to go tower is 119.4. So we'll keep it on radio too for right now, just to make it easy. 128.7 is going to be our departure controller. So we'll, yeah, all these frequencies are already set. I just got to hit a couple of buttons, but yeah, we're pretty much good to go. Let's see. Yeah, I think we are pretty much good to go. I got to do my transponder code. So 3535. All right, who's ready, boys? All right, so let's get the music turned off. And then I know that song's a favorite of mine, so we'll definitely reset that song once we get into the air. So let's do, where's the frickin', there's the volume knob. So we'll turn this up. And let's get our clearance. Baltimore ground, Southwest 621, gate Bravo 12 with Romeo requesting push and start.
Southwest 621, Baltimore ground. Thanks for Romeo. Push on the Tango approved, face north.
Push on the Tango approved, facing north, Southwest 621. So facing north, that's going to have us pushing to the left.
Information, Romeo request.
Nose left, tail right.
Frontier flight 2636, Baltimore ground.
So we're going to get the, well, we'll keep the packs on for right now, but let's get the anti-collision light on. Come outside the plane here for a second, see if anybody is near us. I don't see anybody. So let's push back.
Ladies and gentlemen, if we could have your attention for just a moment, we'd like to point out the safety features of our Boeing 737 MAX 8. A safety information card is in the seat back or literature pocket in front of you. To fasten your seatbelt, slide the flat end into the bumper.
Then once we're clear of this little vehicle road, lots of vacuums there. Yeah.
Position your seatbelt tight and low.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job of cleaning the place up.
You are seated. There are 8 emergency exits, 2 forward exit doors, 4 overwing window exits, and 2 exit doors in the back. Signs overhead and lights on the floor lead to exits.
All right, 15%. We're going to get the cutoff switch for engine 2 turned on.
Commands complete everything. This aircraft is equipped with life rafts. 2 life rafts are
And
located in the forward
Baltimore ground,
ceiling
getting
compartment,
Southwest
and 2 life rafts are
3062 is
located
off
in the
of
ceiling compartment
10
of
onto
the
Pop,
cabin.
looking
In the
for
event of a
Bravo
water
1.
evacuation, use
Southwest
the life
3062
vest
Baltimore
under
ground.
your
You
seat.
said Bravo 12?
Remove the vest fully
Confirm,
if told to
Southwest
do so. Pull the red strap to open the
Southwest
container and remove
3062,
the
let's
pouch.
see,
Remove the vest from the pouch as shown on the safety information card. Place the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your
Around
waist.
Southwest
Buckle it in
621.
the
We'll
front,
get out of the way
and
of
pull
Bravo
the
12
tighten.
so they can park.
Once outside, pull
Roger,
down
you
on the
ready,
red
taxi?
catch to inflate the vest.
Not yet. We'll be
To
ready to
manually
taxi here in
inflate,
probably about
blow into the
another
tube at your
60
shoulder.
seconds or so.
Your vest has a light
Roger,
that turns on
stack case,
automatically in the
621, runway
water.
15 left,
Please
taxi
refer
via
to the safety
Tango
information
Papa.
card for use of a
15,
life vest on
15
an
right via
infant.
Tango Papa,
Flight
Southwest
attendants will
621.
distribute additional
Southwest 621,
vests as
confirm runway
needed.
15 left.
We are coming by to check that your
15
seatbelt
left is
fastened.
going to be
Your
too
seat
short
back
for
and
us. We're
tray
going to need
table
at
are
least
in
a
the full
15 right,
upright
Southwest
lock
621.
position, and your
Oh, sorry,
carry-on
that was my
items
mistake.
are
I confused
completely
the runway.
under
It's
the
runway
seat
15
from
right.
a
You're right,
inboard
sorry,
and
my
an
bad.
overhead bin, leaving the area
Yeah.
from your seat clear. Smoking is not allowed on board, including
All
the
right, so let's
lavatory.
get
The use and charging of electronic cigarettes
this one
is
started. I
prohibited.
told him.
662,
Federal law
About to
prohibits
say, like,
tampering
Tango
with,
Papa does not
Yeah,
take me to
able
15
or
left.
destroying
Yeah,
I
any
think you just
Papa
got to confuse with
detector
33
in the
left.
aircraft lavatory. It is also prohibited to
Papa Echo
consume
Tango to
alcohol
the
that you
ramp
have
for
brought with
Alright.
you on this
Southwest
flight.
36.
Federal aviation
Flight
regulations
2636,
require
can I see runway
passenger
15
compliance
left?
with the lighted passenger information
Yes,
sign,
you say you
posted
15
placards,
left.
and crew member instructions, including information on seatbelts
Sorry
and
about that. That
smoking.
was a big mistake of mine. Sorry. Frontier Flight
Needed,
2636,
or
take the next
oxygen
right
masks
onto
will drop from a compartment
Papa, taxi
overhead.
runway 15 right
To
via Papa.
activate the flow of oxygen, pull down on the
That's all
mask
good.
until the
Yeah, so just for
plastic
context, he
tubing
wanted us to go to
fully
15
extended.
left.
Place the
We got to
mask
go to
over
15
your
right.
nose
This is
and
going to be
mouth
way
and
too
breathe
short of a
normally.
runway. He was probably
Secure the
getting it
mask
confused
with
with
the
33
elastic
left
strap.
because this is like the
Although
predominant
oxygen
runway that
will
they
be
use
flown,
here.
the plastic
So,
bag may not
honest mistake,
inflate.
it happens.
Continue wearing the
I've made that
mask
mistake in
until otherwise
IRL
notified by
before.
a
I've made
crew
that
member.
mistake.
If you are traveling with children or anyone needing special assistance, put on your mask first. Please remove any face coverings before donning an oxygen mask. We are here for your comfort and safety. Please report any unwelcome behavior to a flight attendant. Thank you
Yeah,
for
somebody's
your
acting a
attention.
fool. Let us know.
Now sit back, relax, and enjoy your 1 hour and 5 minutes flight to Pittsburgh. Welcome aboard.
And, sorry guys for the mix up here. I'm getting pretty tired. That's all good.
It's all good. You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
All right, so we'll go packs on, ISO valve set to auto, and the engines are stable. We're gonna turn off. Well, actually, let's get the engine generators on. APU bleed's gonna come off. APU is gonna come off. I believe the yaw damper is still on. Yeah, yaw damper is still on. Let's do a quick flight control check. So ailerons are good. Elevator's good. Rudders and speed brakes are good. Flaps 5.
Papa 4 gate Delta.
We'll get the
United in New Zealand 361 Baltimore ground.
transponders are the
uniform
TCAS
Tango.
set. And we don't need the terrain radar, so we'll leave that off, but we'll keep the traffic radar on.
New Zealand 361.
And we'll get the taxi light turned on. Dome light's going to come off.
Next flight, the taxi, you got him. An aircraft approaching on Papa.
Oh, too far on the flaps. Has to go to flaps
New
5.
Zealand 361 expediting.
And we are off.
Ground, American 1 vacated 10 at Delta for Delta 10, following New Zealand 361.
American 1, Baltimore ground, hold position. Frontier Flight 2636, can you make the next right onto, can you make the next right onto uniform?
Let's do a Southwest taxi.
Yeah, uniform 2 Tango, Frontier Flight.
So V1 minus 5.
Yeah, sorry about that. American 1, you say you're following the New Zealand?
Copy that.
American 1, let's see, taxi to parking via Papa, left on uniform, then Tango.
Papa left on uniform, then Tango, following New Zealand. American 1, thanks.
New Zealand. That's where we're going to be flying tomorrow. That's our second flight. T, I'm actually going to be streaming at a normal time for you. think it was a little too hard on the brakes. I gotta get like a profile for this plane with the axes and all that stuff. So yeah, the taxi light is definitely on the wings, and I know that because the taxi light is not moving as I turn. And plus, I could just look outside the plane, and I'm sure I'll see the taxi light on the wings. Let me get this straightened out on the taxiway here. Yeah, it's on the root of the wings, kind of like where the landing lights are.
Southwest 621, contact Baltimore Tower, 119.4. Have a safe flight.
Over to Tower, Southwest 621. Thanks for all your help tonight. Doing a good job.
Thank you, sir.
119.4. Yeah. Baltimore Tower, Southwest 621 on Papa, short 15 right.
Southwest 621, Baltimore Tower, good evening. 15 right, line up and wait, garage prior to your departure.
All right, 15 right, line up and wait, Southwest 621.
Southwest 1734, Baltimore Tower, you up?
Oh, the wing light's on. I guess I turned the wing light on by mistake.
No worries, wind calm, runway 10.
Happy Friday the happy Friday the 13th indeed.
64 Kilo, we'll come back to Baltimore, left enable, contact ground point 9.
Left enable, ground 1.9, 64 Kilo.
On runway 15 right.
Okay. Thank you.
Southwest 621, wind calm, RNF Warren, runway 15 right, clear for takeoff.
RNF Warren, 15 right, clear for takeoff, Southwest 621.
Southwest 1734,
right.
Welcome to Baltimore.
Power 40%.
We are going gate... No, we don't have a gate for Southwest 1734.
Auto throttle armed, and tow guy.
Contact ground point 9 on Southwest 1734.
Baltimore Tower, hello again, funky flight 2636 on
airspeed's alive.
Follow 15 right.
Funky flight 2636, Baltimore Tower, good hello. No, wow,
80.
couldn't English there for a second. Good evening again, runway 15 right, line up and wait.
Contact runway 15 right, funky flight 2636.
V1.
Rotate. Oh shit. All right, positive climb.
Southwest 621, contact Potomac departure on 28.7. Have a great night.
128.7, Southwest 621, so long.
And Baltimore Tower, good evening, Southwest 1781 is ILS 2010.
Push it right? Yeah. Baltimore departure, Southwest 621, 1,400 on the Lindsay 2.
Southwest 621, Potomac departure with a contact below, climb and maintain 10,000.
I maintain 10,000, Southwest 621. Fast, let me pitch up here.
Jet 234, maintain 11,000.
Maintain 11,000, correct, 234.
Yeah, I gotta set the autopilot. I gotta get a better profile for this thing. It's just like the axes are very, very sensitive. It's like almost impossible to fly this thing, like hand flying it.
And Southwest 1169, clear direct to stars in descent via the Anson 5.
Clear direct to stars, and sorry, didn't get the second part for Southwest 1169?
This is going to be descent via the Anson 5. Southwest 1169 in descent via the Anson 5 arrival. Correction, the Trish 4 arrival.
Trish 4, alright, no problem. Southwest 1169.
Deck 234 turn, left heading 200, then clear direct to Baltimore, then via the Butler 3.
Left turn 200, direct Baltimore, 10 via the Sub 3.
Alright.
Actually got a drop, thanks for the service.
Let me go direct Bobby J here, because this is getting all sorts of screwed up. Oh, what the fuck are you doing?
Alright, have a good night. JetBlue 956, contact with Tingle First.
God damn it.
119.85, yeah.
Oh, you have got to be kidding me.
Okay, Southwest 621, turn 30 degrees left, vector for traffic, climb, maintain 900,000.
Yeah, I was just about to call you. I don't know what in the world my GPS is doing, but it wants me to make a full 360 here. We're turning back towards Bobby J.
Yeah, and this is going to maintain, correction, maintain 900,000 for now.
Alright, maintain 9,000, Southwest 621. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem. And, JetBlue.
Traffic.
Yeah.
Atomic Hello, American 323, 13,000 for billet at 11,000, and we have November at National.
Oh, shit.
American 322, Pacific approach, hello, Washington Lenny North.
Well, that's fucking scary.
Descend via the deal 3 arrival.
Descend via the deal 3, landing north, American 323.
Departure, hello, Frontier Flight.
So he told us 300. Yeah, I don't know why the fuck it wanted me to do that ridiculous goddamn turn.
Southwest 621, climb, maintain 17,000, and now you're back on course?
Yeah, we're back on course now. We're heading up to 17,000, Southwest 621.
No problem,
JetBlue 956, we just had a traffic alert and very close contact.
JetBlue 956, yeah, that's because you're at, I'm showing at least you at 9,900, not 10,000, and you can contact the Pacific approach, 119.85.
119.85, JetBlue 956.
Potomac approach Southwest 103.
It's my fault. I left my brain at the gate.
Stand by, Southwest 1169, contact Potomac approach 119.7.
Pacific approach 119.7, Southwest 1169. Thanks, take care.
Frontier 2636, ready to contact, hello, climb, maintain 900,000.
Alright. That was my Friday so far. Going good so far, other than the fact that my plane wanted to do something fucking ridiculous. We got to see the whites of the eyes of the pilot that just flew past us, so that was pretty exciting. But other than that, it's been good. How was yours? Alright, let's get the music turned on here.
Ladies and gentlemen, use of all portable electronic devices is now permitted in airplane mode with cellular functions turned off. In a few moments, we will be coming through to take your drink orders. We will be serving complimentary soft drinks, juice, and coffee. Beer, wine, and liquor are available for
Alright, so hopefully that does not happen ever the fuck again. Chief Pilot would like a word with you when you land. Yeah, he can come find me. You got jump scare? Good, we finally scared Dementio, everybody. Music, oh shit. Sorry about that, I don't know why the music volume got turned up so loud. Jesus, my bad.
We have lavatories in the front and back of the aircraft. The sign on the ceiling indicates whether the lavatory is occupied. Please do not form a line at the forward lavatory. Your safety will always be our number one
say that again,
priority.
Southwest 621, you kind of came in low.
Don't hesitate to let us know if you have
Yeah,
other
Southwest
needs we can
621,
take care of.
contact Washington Center 133.55, 3355.
3355, Southwest 621. 33... 55. That's, he said center, right? Yeah. Washington Center, Southwest 621, 14,000, climbing 17,000.
Southwest 621, Washington Center, roger, climb, maintain flight level 260.
I maintain flight level 260, Southwest 621.
Washington below 7 with
Alright,
you.
up to 260. I told Spectrum if they ever raise my home phone to 30 a month, they can keep it. I'm not paying that. Yeah, I canceled. I had a landline for a little bit. I got rid of it. I was like, I'm not paying that kind of money for a freaking phone that I'm never going to use. Same thing with like the cable. I got rid of my cable boxes because I never really watched it enough. And now with like with Spectrum, they have like the
JetBlue 476 resume published speed.
well, they have like their app that you can use to get like different channels. That's included with the internet. It's like kind of basic, but like you get like, you know, the basic stuff. But then I have other things like Netflix, Paramount, you know, all those streaming services where I get everything that I want. All right, so altimeter is gonna get set to standard. So it's like, why am I gonna pay $100 a month for, or 120, whatever it's gonna be for cable, when I can buy like 3 different streaming services for half the price?
Delta 2030 Washington Center,
and get everything I want.
via the Freedom 6
Plus, I got VRC with you know, with Popcorn Palace, so if I ever want to watch movies, I watch for free there.
On the dot in the transition for space.
Freedom 6, 20 knots in transition to 2030.
Blue 7, maintain 320 knots or greater. Actually, that's for spacing.
320, Blue 7. Washington Center, good
Man, I haven't heard that guy in a while. Blue 7.
16,000 for 17,000.
Emirates 205 Super, Washington Center, roger. Climb and maintain flight level 340.
Flight level 340, Emirates 205.
My home phone used to be $14, which I was cool with, and they raised it. Yeah, it's like, it's ridiculous. Like if I go, I'm just gonna go on a Spectrum right now. I'll use the app on my phone. And I'll just see what it's gonna cost me to have a landline, which you know is only gonna be valid for like a year, and then they're gonna jack the price up. I have like no need for a landline phone, I really don't. So if I go to, what is it, services, and I go to home phone, yeah, it's $15 a month for a year. Like I don't even need it. That's so much money.
WestJet 5.
You know, you're talking like $180 a year for a landline that I'll use like twice.
Roger. Descending via Gibbs 5, landing south.
Maybe twice.
3003, WestJet 557.
JetBlue 476, contact Potomac approach 126.1.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's insane.
JetBlue 476, contact Potomac approach 126.1.
Oh, Pittsburgh has an approach controller that's up.
Roger, contacting approach 1.
Oh, we can get the ATIS for Pittsburgh.
See it.
So yeah, we'll grab that here once we get up to our cruising altitude. Probably be starting a landing rate prediction pretty soon too. That's crazy. Yeah, the Spectrum does have like a they do like mobile plans now, but it's like I'm not gonna do a mobile plan with Spectrum. I have AT&T. I'm fine with that. They always touch my wheels on the runways a little bit too late. How to make sure we don't run off the runways in Pittsburgh. I mean, we don't really. The runways are long enough in Pittsburgh. If we're running off the runway in Pittsburgh, then we have bigger problems. All I get is spam calls. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of spam calls too.
2636
For like my
Frontier Flight 2636, Washington Center, roger. Climb and maintain flight level 340.
All right, so let's take a look at the ATIS coming into Pittsburgh here. So we have the arrival ATIS right here. So remember, if we have two ATISes, one says A, one says D. The A stands for arrivals, the D stands for departures. So we're gonna go for the arrival ATIS.
All right, that was I think 3 airplanes at once. All the Palm 102 Heavy Washington Center, roger. Descend via the Gibbs 5.
So Pittsburgh ATIS information, Charlie at 051 Zulu, wind 020 at 5 knots. Visibility is 8. Clouds are few at 2,400, scattered at 6,000, broken at 8,500, and overcast at 13,000. Temperature is 23, dew point is 19, altimeter is 3002. Arrivals expect ILS runway 32. Really? 32? Main terminal ramp, exit points, Charlie 3, Charlie 2, Victor 1, Victor 2, Victor 5, Victor 6, Delta 2, Delta 3, Jesus. NOTAMs, runway 28 right is closed, taxiways closed, Bravo west of Bravo 7, Charlie west of Charlie 4, Bravo between Bravo 7 and Bravo 3, Alpha between Alpha Alpha and Bravo, Jesus Christ, alright, so it's a lot of closures.
7, contact Potomac approach,
runway 28 left, glide path is unmonitored, bird activity in the vicinity of the airport, read back runway hold short instructions, and advise you have
American
information.
2853, contact Potomac
Charlie.
approach 118.67.
That's a lot. What's up, Retro?
Approach 11867, American
So yeah, we're gonna be expecting the ILS runway 32, so that's new. I don't think I've ever landed on this runway before.
Air China 818.
So that's exciting.
Contact,
But
New
I'll
York
leave
Center
this
now
up on the screen for another minute or so in
1
case anybody has any questions.
20.02.
Feel free, pop them on in the chat.
12002 for Air China.
And I'm just gonna get the ILS approach set up for.
Southwest 261. I hate to do this to you. Descend and maintain flight level 240 for your descent.
Was that for Southwest 621?
Hey, firm. Descend and maintain flight level 240.
Descend and maintain flight level 240, Southwest 621.
Emirates 205.
Alright, so what we'll do is we will change our cruising altitude here to 240. We'll bring this back to VNAV. Oh, it's descending fast. Jesus.
Hotel Zulu Alpha 23900.
Hotel
What the
Zulu
fuck?
3, Washington.
Okay, that was weird.
Descend via the Troops 5 arrival landing.
This plane is all
north,
over the place.
The Dulles altimeter 3003. Resume. Actually, maintain 320 knots or greater in the transition.
Alright, so we'll keep that
There,
and then we have
the north, QNH130.
the ILS 32 in Pittsburgh.
Hotel Zulu Alpha 2.
Have I landed on 32 before? I don't remember. Oh, Grunz is actually a transition right off of the arrival, so let me load this back in and I'll use the Grunz transition. We'll come back here and we'll do this. Yeah. We'll just transition right on. Beautiful. All right, so let's yeah, so what's our estimated time of arrival here? So 01:55. So shit, that's like soon, isn't it? Yeah, that's like 20 minutes from now. So
621, contact Cleveland Center 125.42.
12542, Southwest 621. 2542, all right.
ExitJet 427, 450.
So let me get the landing rate prediction started here. So we'll let that run for 20 minutes.
American 816, descend and maintain.
So just like before, it's going to be the purple banner at the top of the chat. That's where you can get your predictions in.
Sorry, correction.
So you got 20 minutes, everybody. Get your predictions in, and good luck. Cleveland Center, Southwest 621, flight level 240.
Southwest 621 at Cleveland Center. American 816, contact Washington.
There's no tower on at Pittsburgh. There's no ground, so it's just going to be approach on the way in. So that's going to be 12395. So we'll get that set in here. Did I see what you said about the cell phone? No, I missed it. Try getting a cell phone with Spectrum. They wanted me to pay $300. That was just for taxes and an Android phone. Yeah, what, dude? Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. No.
Flight Club 293, descend and maintain flight level 290 in the transition, or correction, maintain Mach point 78 or greater.
Take a sip of water here real quick.
Say again for pilot up 293. Flight Club 293,
Orphan,
maintain
what's
Mach
up, man?
point
How you doing?
78 or greater, descend and maintain flight level 290. 78 or greater, down to 290 for pilot club 293. Southwest 621, descend via the DEM 5 arrival, Pittsburgh's landing west, the Pittsburgh altimeter 3002.
Gonna send via the DEM 5 arrival landing west, Southwest 621. All right. so let's do, we'll bring this in a little bit.
Southwest 1638, contact
And
Washington
we'll
133.55.
set the altimeter for, or the I keep calling it the altimeter. The altitude window, we'll set it for 6,000. And then we'll take a look at this arrival here. On. All right, so let's take a look at this here. So we are flying to Lejoy. From Lejoy, we're going to fly to Please. Then from Please, we're going to fly to Nesto. At Nesto, we're going to be at 10,000 feet. Then Nesto, we're going to fly out to Dem. And then from Dem, we're going to fly to Gruns. After Gruns, we maintain a heading of 303 degrees at or above 6,000 and expect vectors to runway 32. If for some reason they decide they want us to fly and land either runway 28 left or center, from Nesto, we will then fly out to Lambert, and then from Lambert, we fly to Stiller at or above 6,000 feet, and then hook a right-hand turn on a heading of 71 degrees, but the ATIS said runway 32, so that's what we're going to expect for right now. So not really a whole lot to it, but we're, like, you know, we're going to join at Lejoy here, and then out here we see Vince. This is a different transition. This is not where we're going to join the arrival. It's going to be right here at Lejoy. And then for the, well, we'll brief the approach in just a little bit. But yeah, runway 32 is what we're going to expect. So I have the I have the approach loaded into the FMS. I just got to remember to enter in the localizer frequency.
Maintain Mach 0.76.
76290.
About to land in Calgary. Nice.
Actually, Center 3275, is that 76 or tick greater, is that correct?
I know, just 76, please.
Flat 76, 3275.
Oh, Retro, I think the sound, the sound alerts are broken from yesterday still. I think I can...
Number 446, November Echo.
I think I can give that back to you. So let's do...
UPS 49, contact Pittsburgh approach 123.95.
Oh, it's not even registering that you sent it. Yeah, I think it's like straight up broken.
UPS 49, contact Pittsburgh approach 123.95.
12395, UPS 49.
Flight Club 293, contact Washington 133.55.
Have fun with box.
123.55, Pilot Club 293.
Box.
And Southwest 538, U2 Washington 133.55.
All right, so we're starting our descent here. So let's get the burners turned back on. Yeah, I'm gonna try after stream. I want to try and get it done for tomorrow, getting that sound alert thing back working again. Because it's saying that my, I think I just have to redo like the file or the scene, because it's saying that it's offline, which it's not. Had a long day at work dealing with some not so fun stuff as well. Yeah, I get that, man. Well, hopefully we can bring some joy into your night here. So you still have about 15 minutes left on the landing rate prediction, so make sure you get your bets in. Don't miss out on the nuggies. And let's take a look at this approach that we're going to fly. So, we have the Pittsburgh International Airport, ILS localizer runway 32. Twitch said it's their servers. They've been trying to fix it. Well, their stuff is already, like, up and operational, apparently. I think it's just, like, when they probably, whatever they reset, because I had to log back into OBS, too, for Twitch. So whatever, it's probably just, like, whatever the thing is between sound alerts and Twitch got reset, so I just have to rebuild the scene. That'll take me, you know, 10, 15 minutes to do. So we have the ILS localizer runway 32. We have the frequencies up here, but we're only going to be communicating with the approach controller that is currently online. So we're not going to worry about any of these other frequencies. Let me just get the altimeter setting here real quick, because I do have to do this. So 3002. All right, so we'll reset that. Localizer frequency is 111.3. The identifier is ITQW. Final approach course is going to be 325 degrees. Final approach fix is going to be over Trinity, which we have to cross at 2,500 feet. ILS decision altitude is 1,324 feet. In the event we have to go missed, the missed approach is a climb to 1,800, then a climbing right turn to 4,000, direct to the EWC VOR and hold. I'm not sure what VOR that is. But that's the VOR we're going to be flying out to.
Jet 427, descend and maintain.
Minimum sector altitudes, if we are to basically the south and east of the VOR, it's 3,800 feet. Everywhere else is 3,100 feet. So if we transition onto the approach from Gruns, we're going to fly inbound towards Weiler, and then Weiler will catch the localizer, fly it inbound to our runway. At Gruns, we need to be at 6,000 feet, Weiler at 4,000. Trinity at 2,500, catch the glide slope, ride it on down to our decision altitude. Assuming the approach speed's about 140 knots, we're going to be looking for 743 feet per minute on the descent. It's going to take us about 1 minute and 48 seconds from us to get to the final approach fix to the missed approach point. We're going to be looking for a medium intensity approach lighting system with a PAPI on the left-hand side. And then again, the missed approach is right here. Climb to 1,800, climbing right turn to 4,000, direct to the EWC VOR. Decision altitude is 1,324 feet. RVR does not apply. So all is looking good right there. But again, if you do have any questions, feel free, pop them on in the chat.
As we make our final descent into Pittsburgh, please stow laptop computers and similarly sized electronic devices. Small portable electronic
I'm
devices
gonna try and get this
continue to be used
when you reset this stupid thing on this plane, it like takes forever.
Please ensure all carry-on items are completely under the seat in front of you or in an overhead bin, leaving the area around your feet clear. Please raise your seat back and tray tables to the full upright in locked position and fasten your seatbelt. We will come by one last time to pick up
damn it.
Washington 133.55 and any other trash. Thank you.
I hate the scroll. Boeing needs to get rid of this. Just such a stupid fucking thing. I'm gonna get the music turned off here. So what am I looking for? 1324. Go. And then we'll come over here. We're gonna do our landing data. So show landing. KPIT. Condition is dry. Runway is 32. Then we have the winds are 020 at 5. Yeah, you don't need to select dry like I asked you to. Temperature is 23 degrees. QNH is 3002. Flat configuration is 40. ACs are on. Anti-ice is off. Brakes will do 2. And VREF ed will do 0. So landing distance is 7633.
Echo contact Washington.
Let's do auto brake 3.
133.55.
That's 60. Yeah, so that'll leave us a little bit of
621. Contact Pittsburgh approach 123.95.
12395. Southwest 621.
UPS 49 is going to maintain.
Right, so let's get the landing lights turned back on here.
180 back to sea.
8,000 heading 180.
Maybe that might be out a little bit. I don't know. We'll see.
Alright. Jesus. Pittsburgh approach Southwest 621, 10,500 descending onto the DEM 5.
Southwest 621, Pittsburgh approach, Pittsburgh altimeter 3002. Expect ILS runway 32 approach at runs.
Expect ILS 32 at runs, and we do have Charlie, Southwest 621.
Correct.
Okay, so we'll do auto brake 3. When's the next community night? There's a movie night on Sunday. So there's a Discord event for it, and then once it goes live, I'll post it in there. But it's going to be this coming Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Why are we slowing down? Maintain airspeed, please. What's the movie? Unstoppable. It's a movie I haven't seen in a while, and I just saw it on the list. I was like, ooh, that's a good movie.
Southwest 621, ski direct runs, descent path discretion, maintain 6,000.
Direct runs, my discretion down to 6,000, Southwest 621.
Over 5 Kilo Tango, clear to the
Washington
Reagan Airport by radar vectors, above go as filed. Maintain 10,000.
Let's get the frequency set up for the localizer, so that's 111.3.
Reagan, we have radar vectors, Bucko, then file, maintain.
And we'll do it for both sides, 111.3. And then inbound course is 325 degrees.
The expect runway 28. Southwest 621, 7 miles from Gruns. Cross Gruns at or above 6,000, cleared ILS runway 32 approach.
Runs at or above 6,000, cleared ILS runway 32, Southwest 621. A little fast, pull the speed brake out. Oh my god. This I just need you to do, like, just maintain a constant descent. That's the whole point of VNAV. Maintain a constant descent at a constant speed. This plane and the A350 don't do that. Why even have VNAV if it's just not gonna freaking work? At least in the CRJ, I know I'm not getting VNAV. Yeah, I didn't... Alright, are we gonna do this the right way this time?
49, fly, heading.
So we want 2,500 in here. Actually, you know what? I'll set this to 4,000, since that's my go-around altitude.
4,000 feet, UPS 49.
Southwest 621, wind 0105, runway 32, clear to land.
32, clear to land, Southwest 621. So we'll go flaps 5, we'll start getting this thing, Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. That's why. 111.3. Get up there. There we go. It's like, why am I not getting my localizer yet? Alright, Vorlock mode. Actually, we can just go approach mode. Okay, all these lights are on, all this is looking good.
November 5, Kilo Tango, runway 28.
Oh, did I not set my...
Alpha, cross runway 31.
Taxi runway 28 via Alpha, cross runway 31.
For 5 Kilo Tango, speed 5, might be a few minutes. So once you get to the departure end, we'll have to call the center for a release for you.
Gear down. Approach speed 140. Come on, go to 140. Flaps 25. And we'll go flaps full.
Approach unit 328, sending 12,000 US.
United 328, Pittsburgh approach, Pittsburgh altimeter 30.
That actually felt really good.
Expect
Ooh.
the ILS runway 32 approach.
Expect ILS 32,
2,500.
I see the approach lights.
UPS 49, turn 20 degrees right.
20 degrees right, UPS 49.
United 348, United speed 240 knots.
30 degrees.
United 348, proceed direct runs. Descend to maintain 6,000.
Quick runs and 6,000.
GPS 49, 6 miles from Willer, fly heading 2900, maintain 4,000 till established localizer cleared, ILS runway 32 approach.
290, hold on to this altitude until cleared for localizer, UPS 49.
Oh, the throttle off.
United 348, 7 miles from Gruns, maintain 6,000. Correction. United 348, 6 miles from Gruns, maintain. Correction, cross Gruns at about 6,000, cleared ILS runway 32 approach.
Quick runs at about 6,000, cleared ILS 32.
Approaching. 3, 2.
Getting British November 85, finger holding short runway 28, ready to go.
Number 5, Kilo Tango, hold short runway 28.
Hold short 28, 56.
400.
GPS 49, wind 2010 at 5, runway 32, clear to land number 2.
Clear to land number 2,
landing.
Runway 32, UPS 49.
United 348, United exceed 220 knots, wind 010 at 5, runway 32, number 3, clear to land.
Speed brakes deployed. Ooh. Reversers out. Reversers in. Off.
621, vacate left one able, safe park.
On behalf
left
of
one
the
able,
flight
going to Alpha
crew
3,
and
Southwest 621.
Airlines, welcome to Pittsburgh. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened, seat back and tray table in their full upright and locked position, and all carry-on items completely under the seat in front of you.
Echo Victor to parking,
When
Southwest
the captain
621.
turns
Thanks for
off
all your help
the
tonight.
fasten seatbelt sign, please
All
be
right,
careful when
so
opening the overhead bin.
burners
Items may have
off,
shifted during flight
and then
could
we'll
fall.
go strobe lights off, wing lights off,
Small portable electronic devices, but please remain seated
straight here.
and leave your
Okay, cool.
carry-on
So
stowed.
APU is going to come
Please be
on.
advised the aircraft doors will be open during ground
Beautiful.
servicing. For your safety, please ensure that you and any children you are supervising remain
Speed
clear
brakes
of
up,
the front
flaps
and
up.
back
Don't let me
doors.
forget that.
If you are connecting here to another Southwest flight, please check the monitors in the terminal for your flight and gate number. We certainly
Feeling a
have
little
enjoyed
confident
sharing
about that
part of our
landing
day
rate.
with you. We know you have a choice when you fly, and we thank you for choosing
Tower
Southwest
5,
Airlines.
Kilo,
If I had to guess, I would
Tango,
probably
fly,
say
heading
somewhere
030.
around 200.
Wind variable
That's
4,
my
28,
guess.
clear for takeoff.
Somewhere around 200.
On departure, turn 030, runway 2.
I feel like I floated it a little bit, but I think I came down a little rough. Oh, it's raining. Hello, rain. Alright, let's get the music turned back on here. So that approach was a little sloppy. I think I let the plane get ahead of me just a little bit. That stupid scroll wheel for the minimums, easily the worst thing about every Boeing plane in existence. Drinking a Mountain Dew chaser? Oh boy. So I will say that is another successful FNO in the books.
Tower 5, Kilo Tango, radar contact, altitude.
We definitely got to take advantage of two. I'm glad that we were able to get 2 flights done tonight.
Tower 5, Kilo Tango, proceed direct Bucko.
Direct Bucko, 5 Tango.
All right, so Victor is gonna be this taxiway right
Tower
here.
5, Kilo Tango, contact Cleveland Center, 125.42.
125.42, November 5 Tango.
And then Alpha 3 is gonna be like on the other side of the terminal. There'll be a little bit of a taxi.
49 heavy vacate right when able to stay parking.
I'm going to be parking up in the cargo area here.
UPS 49 heavy, November.
Oh, that was another guy flying into
into
here. He was coming in from Midway. No, not Midway. Where is he coming from? Oh, Boston. So UPS came from Boston, and then that United that's behind him is actually coming here too. And he came from Washington. Very nice. So that was fun. We got to talk to Slant on frequency tonight. Haven't gotten a chance to be on his scope in a little bit. So that was awesome. So we'll enter the ramp at Victor 1. That's going to be a couple of lefts up here. So this is Victor 3. That's Victor 2. Victor 1 is going to be our next left. You'll see Alpha 3 is like way out over here. So kind of a shitty gate, but you know, it is what it is. We'll stay immersive. We'll stay immersive for Southwest Virtual. Go. It'll be the second to last gate in once we make this turn up here. Okay, we're almost there, boys. I believe it's going to be this one right here. gonna be that one. Yeah, that's Alpha 3.
PI 348, vacate left when able, stay parking. United 348 taxi parking via Romeo, Echo, Victor.
Oh, stop. Alright. So, parking brake is on. And we're going to get the APU bleed on. APU generator's coming on. We'll get the dome light turned on. Yeah, everything up here looks fine. Engines look good. So, we'll turn both of them off. And below 40% on the N2s. We'll get the anti-collision light turned off. Let's get the traffic rings turned off. So anti-collision light off. Seatbelt sign's coming off. And done. All right. So, now for the important part. The landing rate. All right, boys, who's ready? I'm thinking 200. I'm going to keep it at 200. All right. In 3, 2, 1. I broke physics. I broke physics. You get a positive landing rate. What's the elevation change?
Good evening. November 1496 Delta is a type Beechcraft Duke.
Let's see,
We're
what
on
is
the
this,
ground
Pittsburgh?
at Allegheny County looking
Pittsburgh.
for VFR flight
How
following
the hell?
to,
I didn't hack
Somerville.
it.
We have information, Charlie.
So 1113. Okay, so it slopes upward.
1496 Delta, Pittsburgh.
So that's
approach.
why.
I got everything but
Volante
the
is,
can you give me the
Volante is out to rig it. Yeah, they
Code
know what
for
you're up to,
Somerville
Jojo.
is Kilo
So yeah,
Sierra
that's gonna be
X-ray
plus 32 feet per minute apparently. Let me log off the network here. All right, so let's get this prediction completed. That's gonna be less than 100 feet per minute, and no one thought that was gonna happen, including me. Including me, I did not think that was gonna happen. So Volanta rigged it. Volanta's hacking. Volanta's hacking. Somebody call Elon Musk. All right, so. Remember that time in the MD-11? Oh, yeah. It was like plus 100 or something, right? The MD-11 is a hacker. All right, so with that, everybody, that is where we are going to conclude this evening's stream. So for those of you that are new here, what we usually do is VATSIM 101. And how it works is I take you through a flight in VATSIM, break things down nice and slowly as we go through it, and answer any questions that you have along the way. Tonight, we got into one of the FNOs, or Friday Night Ops, which are the big chaotic events that VATSIM puts on for the community on Fridays, and we just fly in the event. And because of how crazy and chaotic these events do get, as you probably saw a little bit earlier tonight, it's less time for me to explain things as they're happening, and more of me just showing you what VATSIM looks like in these bigger events. We do have 2 streams tomorrow. So the normal stream schedule is Tuesday through Friday, like what you're seeing right here. Tomorrow, we're going to be taking part in both the VATSIM Elite Wings event and the Cross the Ditch event. So the Elite Wings event is going to happen first. It's going from Manila to Kai-Tak, so the event field for the Elite Wings is Kai-Tak Airport. We're going to fly the MD-11 under the FedEx flag there. That's going to start for us at 12:30 Zulu, which is 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be bright and early. And then after we do the Elite Wings event, there's going to be a little bit of a break, probably about, I would say, like 4 hours or so, because I think we're slotted to land in Kai-Tak somewhere around like 1430 or 1500. So there'll be a couple of hours in between, and then we will start the second leg, which will be the Cross the Ditch event at 2100 Zulu, which is going to be 5 p.m. Zulu. I believe my takeoff time is 22:08 Zulu or something. But you know, we'll go over that again. Actually, you know, I'm saying like, oh, we can go over it tomorrow. I can actually go over it right now. So for the Elite Wings event, that was emailed to me. So we are taking off. 13:28 is our departure time. And then for cross the ditch, let's see. Flight plan. Oh, hang on, I'm on the wrong site. My flight. Where is my flight? I know I can find it. Do I have to, like, log in or something? If I go to the home page. God damn it. Hang on, guys. Flight bookings. Is the website not working? Oh, here it is. So 1808. Hang on a second. That's 1808. Oh, so that's in my time zone. That doesn't. So 1808. So that's gonna be 2208, right? 19. Yeah. So 2208 is gonna be our departure time. So yeah, 2100 Zulu is when we're gonna start that. Yeah. So I had the times right. Yeah. I wish they would not use my local time for that. That's so annoying. But coming back over to the schedule here real quick. So Tuesdays and Thursdays are the VATSIM 101 breakdown streams where we go through things nice and slowly, answer any questions that you have along the way. And then on Wednesdays, we put up for a vote in the Discord what game you guys want to see me play. So I'll probably put that schedule up either tomorrow or Sunday in the Discord. And then once that goes up, I'll have a list of games for you guys to do a react poll to. And then whatever game wins, Tuesday night, we announce what game that's going to be. I did drop the Discord and the socials link in the chat for you guys. So if you do wish to join the Discord, it is an 18+ Discord. So just keep in mind you'll need to be 18+ in order to join it. Socials link is where you can find me on some other platforms like YouTube and TikTok, where I do have some VATSIM 101 style content for you to take advantage of. So if you are somebody that's new to the network especially, you may want to check out those videos out. I do have more projects that are planned, so there is certainly a lot more to come to the YouTube channel in the near future. Let's see. Who are we gonna raid tonight? Ooh. Potentially. Let's see. Let's see. We've got Scooty is on. We have Charlie Foxtrot is just starting. Let's see. We have We Fly Daily. We haven't said hi to We Fly Daily in a while. Oh, he's not doing flight simulator stuff. He's doing like an IRL bike stream in Chicago. That's interesting. Oh, you know who we're going to say hi to? This is somebody that we have not said hi to in a really long time, and I actually just met him for the first time this past weekend. I don't know if you guys remember who Fox Scott is, but we're going to go say hi to him. He is playing some Hunt Showdown. Was it Hunt Showdown 1896? That's exciting. That looks like a pretty cool game. Yeah, so I actually just met Fox Scott at Ferality, actually met up with him. But, you know, definitely have lurked on his streams in the past. We've raided into him a couple of times in the past, but we haven't said hi to him in a real long time. So let's go say hi to Fox Scott, and I will keep the outro brief, relatively brief, because we do have an early day tomorrow, so I want to make sure I get my proper amount of sleep, so I'm not grumpy tomorrow. I mean, I'm always grumpy. Oh, and we didn't have any internet connection issues tonight. Not a single drop frame. The internet was stable the entire time. So yeah, that's definitely a good sign. So maybe I'm one step closer to having this problem fixed. All right, so you guys know the drill. Once we get into Scott's chat, we are going to spam the Nuggie. So once we get in there, spam the Nuggie, spread the love and the positive vibes in his direction. And as always, make sure you tell him that Cross Hyper has sent you. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, you can use your Nuggies to unlock the Nuggie. So we will be back tomorrow, everybody, bright and early, 12:30 Zulu, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time for the VATSIM Elite Wings event. Elite E-Wings. Elite Wings event into Kai-Tak from Manila in the glorious MD-11 Tri-Jet. So we will see you all then, everybody. And until next time, this is Cross Hyperu signing out.